Yo. Wagwan. Happy Father's Day to all my brethren in the building. Today is your day. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. These are the most qualities in life. Being a father. It trumps everything. It trumps everything. So your job, your hard work, you put in the daily grind of supporting family. It's not easy, man. It's not easy, especially this crazy world that we live in right now. So, from Quincy Bold and the community, we wish all of you guys a happy Father's Day. And this is on our side, this is America's, my side of the pond. My side of the pond today is when we celebrate Father's Day. So every single one of you guys who is a father, sometimes you don't even have to be by blood. But the fact that you step up and do the right thing, you don't need a cookie, but once in a while, you need to be celebrated because it's not easy. So from my community to yours, happy Father's Day. Big up to everybody who's taking the time to join us. Thank you for being in the building. Appreciate you guys. Please, let's do some house cleaning. You know the deal. Goal to 500 is still in full effect. We're trying to get into the realm of, call-ins, and we need 500 subscribers to get this thing on the road. So while we are here, I believe we are 44 people away, 44 subscribers away. Let's get it done, man. Let's get it done. Every day counts. Every day counts. So please share. Let people know, let your people know, put us out there, you know what I mean? And then, of course, our goal is to hit 50 likes today. We are almost there with the other show. That was a great show. Big up to Fauzi, big up to the Kennel, Zuberi coming through, and all of you guys who showed up. Yesterday's show was awesome, man. It was awesome. You heard both argument or both sides of the debate, and everybody said what they feel, and it's respectful. We don't agree all the time, but it always stays respectful. So big up to them showing up. And I think we need one more like on that video because we got 2 people who didn't like what we were doing. So go get it done, get one more like so we can get 50 likes on that video, and then come back and give us more likes on this. Let's see how we can get there. I mean, funny thing is we got more people on YouTube than on Twitter right now, which is usually the opposite. So everybody on YouTube, if you hit the like button, we'll be 10 away. We'll be 10 away. So hit the like button. People on X, the link is in there. So just click on it and go hit the like and then come back. You know what I mean? But you're not here for me to be begging you guys to hit the like button and subscribe and all that kind of stuff because I know you will do it. But let's jump on. Today's show is about LFC transfers. We have a lot of conversation to have, man. A lot of conversation. But of course, our boy Honesty is in the building. He said, big up, Quincy. Hope you're good with all stuff going on. The people are fed up. What's going on, man? I don't know, man. This world is it's too many. I was even talking to my brethren about I hate wars, man. I hate wars. I'm a man of peace. Man of peace. But, let's keep praying, showing positive vibes, and positivity always drops negativity. They are opposite of the same coin, but positivity is important. So let's stick with positive vibes, man. Positive vibes. Konate came out in public and said, not believe anything the media says about his contract situation. Glad to hear it, but Konate, we need you to sign that thing. You know what I mean? Sign that thing. You know what Liverpool it's all about? It's always Liverpool. Transfer rumors. Rumors are circling that Andy Robertson, representative at PLG agency, are seeking contract termination on a free. That's BS. I don't believe that. This is another way of I don't know what's going on with Liverpool fans going after the Trent family, man. If you feel like we're a big club, why are you talking to somebody who doesn't nothing to do with LFC anymore? This is embarrassing. Act like it. If we're a big club, act like it. If you represent a big club, act like it. This, I think, is in a publication that came up with that. right? Somebody who's clickbaiting, who's trying to get the fans. They realize that the fan base is upset with Trent because the man speaks Spanish. They get upset. The man, anything that associate Madrid with Trent, they get upset. I saw people talking about his family. People like that. I started muting and deleting all those people on my page. I don't want to see that. This is about football. Leave family alone. I don't care how much you feel about Trent. You should not be talking about his family. If you start talking about his family, that means you were never a Liverpool fan anyway. You are player FC. Period. Be upset, be disappointed, whatever that he's leaving. The fact that you are disappointed and upset already says you like Trent and you just heard that he's leaving. So people are trying to use it as a chance to, create this false narrative until Liverpool or somebody say, oh, yeah, they're trying to terminate his contract. Then I'll believe it. Other than that, BS. Big up Lucho getting married. That General Cody again visit Togo. Yeah, man, he's doing big things over there, man. Shout out to Cody, man. He's doing a lot of good work over there, man. I believe that's his home country, motherland or fatherland. One of them. Happy Father's Day, my broski. Today is going to be Chick-fil-A, and it will be open just on Sundays. I don't do Chick-fil-A. I do In-N-Out. And that's my fact. Now that you're talking about it, I think I'm going to go get some In-N-Out. I need a double in my life. I haven't had some in a while. Big up to Christian Darwitt. He's in the building. Good to see you, brethren. Thank you for coming through. It's looking like Robbo and Tsimikas are likely to leave. I'm telling you, man, Liverpool is throwing a boom. And then we're going to have to build this thing all over again. The Robbo situation was a shocker to me because at least I was like, he's going to stay one more year. But it seems like he feels like maybe it's time. He sees like things are changing and he feels like he needs to move on. So for me, I will hope he stays, but if he leaves, thank you for your service, man. Bye-bye. Auckland FC getting he said they get the diddler. They get the diddler on them. How many goals has Kane get already? Because somebody posted it on ESPN Sports said that Kane is going to score 10 goals. So why do you have an amateur playing a World Club Cup? And even if you're going to let them be in it, why don't you make sure that they play a team that is not like Bayern? Oh, my God. Do you think Bayern is going to use the academy kids to play these guys? Unbelievable. Trent brother is Robbo agent. I'm not upset with Trent. But people are talking about his family. That's what I don't like. Hey, dude, I'm not bothered about 66. I think some people are annoyed that his brother is Robbo's agent, apparently, has been tapping real and series of club. He's their agent. If you have an agent, your agent's job is to get the best deal for you. If the agent is not doing that, you need to fire him or her. Agent's job is not for the club. Agent's job is for the player. So you upset that the agent is doing his job? Brother, people need to start thinking. People are upset that the man took his personal time to learn Spanish. Did we know that he didn't already speak Spanish? How do you think he communicated with Nunez and Diaz or all the Spanish players that we had? Not all of them speak English. All right? So the fact that people are losing their mind every single time the Trent family and something happened and all of a sudden they go after, bro, it's childish, man. Come on. This is childish. This is not LFC at all, period. Don't try to convince me otherwise. In-N-Out. In-N-Out. Bro, truly, I'm telling you, you haven't had an In-N-Out burger. That's why you're saying that. Everybody would tell you In-N-Out burger is the best burger, period. Period. Don't tell me about Five Guys, Fat Burger, or whatever. In-N-Out. Big up to Ale. Big up yourself, man. Thank you for coming through. What up, Badro? Good to see you. Now you're saying we signed Ekitike. Did you wake up from the dream about Isak? No, I didn't say we signed it. It says, remember, look, Ekitike. We're going to talk about it because there are some publications who are saying that Liverpool are looking at him. I don't think he is an option because we know the striker market is like doo-doo right now. Robbo and Nunes to Athletico, possible negotiation for Alvarez. I mean, I don't think that's going to happen because Athletico don't have any strikers. Do you think they will let their best striker go for Nunes? They're trying to win the Champions League. I'm saying, though, why do you guys think? They lost a lot of defenders, I believe. So the Robbo situation makes sense. They also lost, I think, one of their second strikers left. So the Nunes makes sense. But then you're going to let Alvarez go, the only player that scored most of their goals? I'm just saying, though. What a sham of game this. I'm not watching it. I'm sorry. I love football. I watch any type of football, but come on. I'm not watching this. Kane hasn't scored. What? That's a shocker. That is a shocker. Mikola's Kerker's brother sharing an Instagram post saying that soon to be a Liverpool player. Bro, all Liverpool fans are this guy's brother and himself. We are tired of hearing this news. It needs to happen already. Unbelievable. This team had to take annual leave to be there. Oh, sorry, I meant negotiations. Yeah. LFC won 20 million to 25. So if they get the great go and get Ekitike, he will cover Kwanzaa when he's sold. Can give opportunity when Gomez goes to also for Diamande. I mean, Diamande has become a very hot topic in the recent week. I think physically he fits the style we want to play. I think Ekitike will be a good. Ekitike is my number one option, and then Diamande on the left side. I think it's time we start talking about Hato. We need to start talking about Hato. Happy birthday to Prince of LFC Salah, because the can forever be Stephen G. Shout out to Salah. Big up, big up. Chrissy, watch out. Wendy's about to diss you on X. Trust me, even Wendy's know when it comes to, especially in California, nobody touches in and out. Nobody touches in and out. Chrissy, you need to chill. I have already said I am not bothered. What are you talking about? Nobody talking about you, brother. We already talked about the Trent situation. I'm not talking about you either. This guy. What's wrong with you, Simon? Let's move on. He says, Soloff. Oh, my God. Is it halftime yet? This is going to be 20 goals. Watch. It's going to be 20-0. We are still linked with Alvarez, and they will get Nunes. Nunes is going to be this. You see, this is the thing. Nunes can be their main striker, and Alvarez can rotate around him like he used to do at City. So I'm saying, man, if that we can pull that off, okay. Even though you guys know I'm an Isak person, but I'm just saying. Big up yourself, Gary. He said Hugo Ekitike will sign the next portion of the window. Kerker's move will happen. He's only on holiday. Man, this is embarrassing, man. How are they going to let this thing happen, man? Piero and Cass close to joining Atletico Madrid for 40 mil. So I feel they will bid soon for Kwanzaa. I think Liverpool needs to go for this guy. I think Owen Beck will be great backup to Kerkers. Yesterday, people were talking about that too. I think maybe the manager will wait. During preseason, he will make a decision. I think the manager will wait. Nunes lucky to get 50 million. 50 million. Clubs only want him on the cheap. Do you blame them? Do you blame them? Let's see. Let's see. Well, it's on the docket. Yes, yes, yes. As some of you guys already been talking about, we've been discussing the possibility of Robbo moving out of the club, and right now it seems like Athletico is the main club that is looking at him. Like I said, yesterday we talked about it a little bit. Personally, I like Robbo. I like his leadership. I like the character that he is in the the locker room or training room or the dressing room, whatever you call it. My concern is we should not do too many changes too fast because it could, change the dynamics of the team. Yes, and his slot came into a brand new club, new players, new everything, and he made it work. But this is the thing. It was the same team. So the dynamics didn't change, right? The manager came in and he being smart, being the smart person that he is, he realized that I just need to just make a few thinker here and there and just let them be who they are. Because you have to remember, Liverpool squad is full of captains. It's full of leaders. Virgil is a captain. Robbo is a captain. What's the name? Konate. He's the French captain. Soboslai, Hungary captain. Salah, Egypt captain. Alisson is not a full captain, but he is one of the leaders in the Brazilian team. So this team is made out of a lot of leadership. So yes, it won't hurt us too much, but Liverpool itself, the core, needs to teach the new up and coming what is it all about Liverpool. Because that's why we don't want to lose. Because Salah will be there, Virgil will be there, Alisson is there. So that one stays. But there are some characters that, they do things that we are not privy with. Like somebody like Robbo, we don't see his leadership in front of the camera, but when you watch those training videos and you pay attention, he's the one that is always getting those people who are like the Minaminos and the Endos and those type of players who are always quiet, they're always sitting in the lunchroom by themselves. He's the one that is always getting them like, come on, kind of get them to be part of the group. So everybody is important in Liverpool squad, and we should not underestimate that. It's easy to just talk smack and make it sound like, oh, this guy is shit, so let's move him out of the way so we bring a better one. Liverpool is known to have a no dickhead policy. And when you have that, anybody who comes in fits perfectly. That's why Wirtz is coming in knowing that this is a dressing room that I'm going to fit in perfectly. I'm just coming in and just do my work. I don't have to worry about this person feel like he's the best player and this person needs more money and this person needs this. That is none of that goes on with Liverpool. And that's why we've been on there and there about every single year. Even when we are playing bad, the dressing room doesn't change. You don't see somebody coming out also making things up and trying to, like you said, Maka is also a leader, right? So that part, it's very, very important. So if Robbo moves on, hey, thank you for what you've done for us. Enjoy your next adventure. And we have to understand, Robbo, this is a World Cup season. He is the captain of his nation, and he wants to make sure that he's playing. Kirker's coming in. It's going to be a dogfight between them two. Possibly Kirker's getting the upper hand because he's younger, more energy. He is literally old Robbo, but younger. But I see the experience that Robbo has is very, 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 very important. You can't buy that. So that's what I'm saying. But Robbo at this point, we need to make as much. If he's gonna go, if he has agreed, and I think this is nothing to do with the club. I think this is a decision that Robbo has made himself, thinking about his future and saying, you know what, I feel like this is the right time for me to move on. I think this is coming from Robbo. And at the same time, the club will not stand in his way. Right? Liverpool is building a new generation of crop of players. So we understand the dynamic. You don't want to keep an unhappy player at the club. So if he wants to go, they will definitely let him go. But now, How much money do we make? At the end of the day, it's all business. We still have to remember it's about business. Right now, we need to still make as much money off him. Whether, Atletico, if you want him, pay. But this thing of these news talking about, his agent is saying let's expunge his contract and so that he can go for free. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. That will not happen. So for me, if Robbo wants to move on, Robbo, thank you for what you did for us. It's been a long and beautiful journey. Now we move on, right? We bring the next crop. Big up to Nonya. He says Hincape back three tax. I got you what you're saying. He's been very prolific in the back three. Have you seen him playing back two? I think he played back two when he goes to his home country. So I can see him work. He's going to be playing with the best of the best. So it can work, right? And if in a situation where the manager needs to do something crazy, you got a player who fits in perfectly. He's like, yeah, big up to Kabak. He said, Sunday barbershop with Crazy Bowl. Yes, sir, man. People are in the barbershop. People are watching this joke of a game where they got Bayern beating the crap out of Oakland, man. This is embarrassing. Talk of newness. Osimhen swap, I think here is too much rubbish out there about strikers like Isak, Alvarez, etc. I think they will buy one this summer, keep Jota, and go for a loan for Durant. I think Jota is our guy who's going to come off the bench. We know he's good coming off the bench. That will help him stay fit. But we need an out-and-out striker. Osimhen, I'm not a believer. I'm not saying he's good. It's not good. I'm just saying I'm not a believer. If rumors have to be believed, we try to talk to him in January. The fact that we didn't push for it, that also needs to be answered. You see what I'm saying? Napoli will never do that swap deal. Now, I don't, trust me, the only time I wanted to negotiate with Napoli was in January when Kava was going to PSG. That was the time where I'm like, okay, Edward, go toe-to-toe with this guy. I do not want to deal with Napoli. That guy he's a nightmare to deal with. Atletico Madrid are expected to reach out in the next days to understand how they can advance on this. Robinson, okay. I mean, Fabrizio is probably the first person who announced that Robbo wants to move. So I can see this happening. So it seems like there is legs to this story. Issue is we have paid 200 million for 3 players. The club will want to get money before going again. Konate wants funny money. Simikas, Kwanzaa, Beck, Nunez, John, all good enough. This is the thing, Simon. I don't know if you watched the show yesterday. If you did not, go back and watch it. Great show. We had a great show. This is the thing. We saw players while we were trying to buy Verts and what's his name? Frimpong. So I don't believe this thing of Liverpool has to sell to buy or we have to recruit money before we buy. No. I'm not going to believe that. Liverpool hierarchy can chew gum and walk at the same time. They have a business plan. They have a plan in their head. Their option A, B, and C. If they don't get it, they move on. They're not going to sit there and say, oh, let's go sell these players before. I promise you, all the players that want to leave, they already been talked to. Those who said, I want to fight, they'll be like, okay, we will see. But if money comes in, we'll sell you. So I don't believe that we're going to wait in the middle of the summer. No. The only time we will wait is maybe see how, when what's the name come back from injury, Bachetti comes back from injury, how he's going to do. Then the manager will assess, okay, maybe we need to get another DM. Like somebody mentioned, Owen Beck. Maybe the manager will say, you know what, let me see what this kid is doing. I will before I decide to go get somebody else. Other than that, I am not going to believe that we're going to sell before we. No. See, that's the whole thing of another way of criticizing FSG by saying, oh, they're all about sell to buy, sell to buy. No, they can spend the money. When we bought Frimpong, we sold Keller. And then we spend the money on Verts. The money is there. They can spend it. They don't need to wait before they buy somebody else. And if you do that, you're losing the opportunity to get in their number one options. He said, Samuel, you are going to disappear into the thin air when our strikers are announced. Pending confirmation, Piero Hincapié is very close to becoming a new athlete. Oh, man, that's a good buy from them. Who's reporting that? Oh, man, I wish, man. I want that kid in our play. Problem is, if we sell these players along with Gomez, the squad is very thin. If the squad was paper thin last season, the team wasn't that thin. It's just the quality. In terms of quality, I agree. But I don't think it was too thin. We have the squad. We need better. That's why, let's say, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, Verts, and Maka. And then you got Jones. And then you got Don. I mean, Endo. I said Don. Endo. Right? If you play three of them, you still got solid squad who could come in. So we good. I think we good. The thing is, I don't want us to do too much too soon. That's my concern. Chelsea sold everyone, and look at them now, scraps. Yeah, it's taking them a long time for them to acclimatize. They were like, oh, we don't care about Champions League, but you saw how happy they were when they won. They made it into top 4. Only LFC fans can win the Prem. Big up the players soon. We link with players through the same players. The bipolar of Liverpool fans, it needs to be steady. That's all. It needs to be steady. Guys, name a realistic striker. Don't give me. I'm saying Isak. If you don't believe it, then you tell us who do you think we're going to buy then. I say Isak. Some people say Alvarez. You can't tell us what realistic is not. When people said we were going after Words, people said it wasn't realistic. Some of you guys, Simon, you were not fully convinced until, remember? The first couple of days, you were not convinced that we're going to spend that kind of cash. So don't tell us what is realistic and what is not. We know Liverpool have the cash. If we need a player, we go get him. It's up to the player to come to Liverpool or not. Verts wanted to come to Liverpool. City with all their money couldn't do nothing. Bayern with all their German influence couldn't do nothing. Madrid didn't even step up. So there's no such thing as realistic. Realistic is only what the manager wants. If that Hincapié news is true, LFC have missed an opportunity. As I agree with that. I totally agree with that. So right now, Gehi and Diamonde will be the next options for me. Simon, go support it. No, I'm not even going to read that. You guys are crazy. He went first choice in the back four for Bayer. Chelsea spent over $1 billion and won the Conference League just to get top 4. The only player like a CFC player. $1 billion, but you guys kept saying FSG out because we don't spend. Exactly. Chelsea are scrubs. Guys, I'm being realistic. What is a realistic? You're just using this buzzword realistic, Simon. What is realistic? Tell us what realistic is. We just proved to you that we spend money. So tell us what realistic is. Tell us a name, and then we would understand what you're saying. Big up to Zuberi. Big up, Kendall. What going? Bless up, man. Thank you again. Thank you again for coming in yesterday, man. If you're available, give me the thumbs up. The people want you in here instead of me talking all that nonsense. Big up to the kennel. So Fabricio, Liverpool are now closing on a new 4-year deal set to be agreed. Yeah, who's the 19-year-old kid? Mr. Lucky. I've never heard of him. Who is he? He said, okay, Gomez too injury prone. Kwanzaa not good enough. Well, this one, nobody disagreeing with you. I don't think anybody disagree with you. As a matter of fact, I have been campaigning for Kwanzaa to go to Germany instead of staying in the Prem. I think he will develop better if he goes to Germany. Gomez, it has always been said that he was supposed to leave even last year. So I don't know what you're saying. The thing is, people are saying you contradicting yourself. That's what everybody's saying. You're talking about FSG don't spend, FSG spend. Now you'll be like, oh, bring me realistic. We don't understand what you mean. Trigger TV, big up yourself. Big up yourself. Badro said, Kwesi, if Barca sign Nico Williams, that means Diaz will stay. True or Saudi? Or I say Saudi. Or the Saudi will show up. But we see with Diaz, this is the power people need to understand. And I keep telling people. What was that James Bond movie when James Bond was talking to Felix, the American CIA agent? And then, that was the first one, Casino Royale, when James Bond got poisoned and then he lost all the British money. And then the American CIA agent said, we will fund you the 150 million to go back to the poker game. And he said, how do I pay you back or something like that? He's like, does it look like we need the money? That's what Liverpool is right now. And I'll tell you, when Madrid came in January, Liverpool said we're not selling Trent. Now we're letting players go for cheaper price than we usually supposed to. So I'm saying, do we really need the money? That's where Liverpool is right now. Before, Liverpool would be like, let's get the money. But now it's like, do we really need the money? I will drive Robinson. Cold, Mark. You cold-blooded. Now if I'm cooking oxtail and lobster, of course, happy Father's Day to the kennel, man. Happy Father's Day. Sheesh, bro, you need to send me some, man. The boy is kind of hungry right now. Send a brother some, I believe UPS or FedEx do mail food. So send us some oxtail, man. Come on. I know it's going to be tantalizing. We sell Darwin 70 mil, Martin 20, Kwanzaa 40, and that will pay for Isak right there. Zuberi hate Robbo and have agenda against him. Said Diaz is on 55K a week. He's going to leave because the club won't offer him a new contract. That's what I'm saying. If he doesn't go to Barca, then he will go to Saudi. They will pay him all the money he wants. Simon, he said, I am not FSG out. Word was generational signing, but you didn't believe we were going to sign him. What realistic, I think they will go for one center back, Inacio or Diamante to run on a loan. We don't do loans. The only loan that I remember was who? Arturo Melo. I'm just saying, we don't do loans. So either we buy him or we let him go. Question, will you put in buyback clause for Kwanzaa? Yes, I'll do that. Let him stay there 2 years. Good point. And completely cooks for Leverkusen and VVD retires. Yeah, I'll do that. That's actually a smart idea. I mean, Liverpool usually do that. We did that with Brewster when he went to Brentford. Other players that we have done that. Happy, yes, sir. Shout out to Zuberi. What I don't see FSG spending 300. You don't know yet. You didn't know that FSG could spend 100 million on one player. So until it happens, spend the money, spend the cash, spend the cash. I was on loan. Big up yourself. Come back, big up yourself. Now let's talk about who's that. Next person on the docket. Somebody brought him up. And I will say we will talk about it. And it's this gentleman here that some people think that we should get him. I don't think he's ready. He said Barca won't sign Nico Williams and Diaz does not want to go to Saudi. It's very likely Diaz stays unless Barca don't sign Williams. Oh, Barca want to sign Nico. Sorry. Barca want to sign Nico Williams. Yes. I mean, Nico has always been Deco's preferable option. It's cheaper, but I don't know if they can afford his wages. I mean, they promise him that they can register him, which is always Barca's problem. They can't afford new Diaz. Diaz is 85 million. And if we go on the cheaper side, it's gonna be what, in the 70, 75? They ain't got that kind of cash. So that's why I don't see him doing that. He said, Kwesi, if we sign Ekitike, what your reaction will be? Do you support him? Of course, any player that comes to Liverpool, I have to support him. The badge, remember, I support the badge. I don't support the player. Well, if you support the badge, you support the player. But basically, what I'm trying to say is, I'm not a player FC. I'm LFC. So whoever is wearing the badge and they, doing what they need to do, respecting the badge, of course, definitely, I support that. But I have a preference. My preference is Isak is my number one option. And my number two option is Isak. My number three option is Isak. So when we exhaust all 1, 2, and 3, then we can move on to the next available option. Now, Ekitike, he's a up-and-coming player. I think he's in the right direction. The reason why he left PSG was because he was not getting game time. So he goes to a club where he's getting game time, which is very good for his development. He's still young. He got a lot of time to develop. If he comes to Liverpool, is he going to get that many games? When he comes to Liverpool, people were expecting him to hit the ground running. Is he going to do that? That's the questions that we need to ask. And that's the questions that I'm asking. And right now, I think he is on the right trajectory. But coming to Liverpool makes sense because you think, oh, he's going to play with great players, so it'll be easier. No, we saw Nunes. It didn't work. Eventually, he's not going to be banging the goals. The manager will have to sit him on the bench to save him from the fans and the rivals. And the next person is going to bang in the goals, and then he's left out there doing nothing. So what do you guys think is the best option? The best option is to get somebody that we know for sure will get I won't say for sure because you never know, but we know he's at least on a high percentile, hit the road running. That's why I am all for Isak. Now, some of you guys say you want Alvarez. Some of you guys have said you want Osimhen. And some of you said Gyökeres. 1, 2, 3, and 4, in terms of development, they are ahead of Ekitike. Let's be honest. Ekitike is just somebody, because City got Mamouche, and those two guys were playing very well together. All of a sudden, everybody was like, yeah, let's go for the other guy. Let's go for the other guy. And usually, it does not work out. You see what I mean? It does not work out. So we have to be careful here. We made the same mistake. We cannot make it again. We cannot make it again, especially with the amount of money we're spending. We cannot make mistakes. Our room of making mistakes is very minuscule. Now, is he going to be great maybe next year? Possibly. And especially, we people are forgetting, this is a World Cup season. He is trying to go to the World Cup. Do you guys think he's going to come into Liverpool and not be guaranteed football time? I mean, game time? That's the question that we're asking. I mean, like I said, does he have room to grow? Oh, yeah. Is he going to be, as a matter of fact, the way he plays, he's possibly going to be the next Isak. And if he keeps the hard work and consistently playing games, that's where his level is going to. But right now, you cannot tell me he's coming to a new league and hit the road running. The difference between him and Isak is Isak was doing it for a long time over there in Spain. He was there at least almost 4 years before he came to England. This is his first year in Germany after leaving PSG. So the risk is extremely, extremely high. Nobody's saying he cannot be a great player. Maybe he will come in and all of a sudden, bam, goals. But people are forgetting about, someone say, well, that's Haaland. No, Haaland was banging in goals in Austria, came to Dortmund and continuously banging goals. Was it there for 2 years or 3? I don't remember. Right? So we have to make sure that we don't make the same mistake we did with Nunes. Maybe if Nunes had stayed 1 more year, he would have become better, right? People would have realized more of his of his shortcomings and say, okay, this is what we need to work on for him, this and this and that. Maybe if he just stayed one more year at Benfica, he would have come in much, much better, right? We rush him into our place, make him our main guy, and it never worked. Update, there is no doubt Milos Kerkers will be a Liverpool player. Fabricio, that's a bomber. Will you sell Konate this summer or let him leave on a free? If he doesn't sign a contract, his deadline is January, let him go. Period. I am tired of these free agents. Liverpool might not need the money. I need us to get the money. Because I love the debate, but you tell me when I have ever said, I didn't say you FSG out. I'm saying you said FSG was not spending. And if I say you FSG out, apologies. I have no question. Vert signing, it's generation signing. Yeah, but there's been a lot of generation signings that we missed on. You don't want me to list the name, right? Isak, Alvarez, Ekitike are all overpriced, 1,000%. And thank you for reminding me that. 1 year and already he's at 80 million. Okay? 1 year and he's already at 80 million. That does not make sense to me. Right? A whole year, the guy just showed up, and all of a sudden they won 100 million euros. What kind of? Yeah, no. I know we got money, but we don't throw them away like that. That makes no sense. Say Barcelona is planning to buy players in the summer transfer window, but the ability to do so is subject to La Liga. Yeah, they are on allowance. Watch Barca sign Gyökeres. I got that feeling. You know, the funny thing is, y'all need to, instead of you guys making fun of Manchester United, you guys are out here focusing on Trent and his family. Gyökeres just told them that he'd rather go to Arsenal than Manchester United. And Mbeumo is out here about to make a U-turn and go to London instead of going to Old Trafford. That is more exciting and news than worrying about what Robbo's agent and Trent doing at Real Madrid or in Spain. We don't care. They left. Bye-bye. Thank you for what you done us, Señora. But why are you guys not making fun of Manchester United? You guys are out here worried and stressed over nothing. We are good out here. He said Durant could be 1 year deal. Durant is not leaving Saudi Arabia. The Saudi are not loaning him because they know if they loan him, he might not come back. There's no way they're going to do that deal. Durant could be a 1 year deal option and revisit market in January or next summer and then go out and get the next generation talent. Jadon does need at least one season before putting himself in the first team. That is facts. Both Darwin Núñez and Federico Chiesa are solid targets for Napoli this summer. Contact between the clubs have already started. I know Chiesa will be an easy one. We have to avoid another Andy Carroll situation. Facts. Isak is a very realistic signing. Nketiah is what is called an unrealistic signing. People need to understand we are Liverpool, not some sidemen. You mean Ekitike or you say Nketiah? Gyökeres is playing off Arsenal and Man U. Hey, let him. It's beautiful. We should just take our tea and sip it while they're doing it. We have inquired about Ekitike, but can't see us signing him. Too much risk. He's heavily linked with United now and still could go to Chelsea. We are catching bigger fish than Ekitike. Man U could not afford Mbeumo. How are they going to afford Ekitike? Oh, big up the kennels in the building. Another day to bless us again. How you doing, sir? Happy Father's Day.
Oh, respect, man. Big up yourself, man. Bless up.
Bless up.
The man.
I don't mind them in there.
Trying still, you know. You get there.
People, please hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. Come on, people. Get us to 50. Get us to 50. Honestly, where are we at in the likes, man? Are we at 50 yet? Come on, let us know. And subscribe if you haven't, people. Subscribe. We got a gang of you guys here, man. We got 135 people in the building. Come on, people. Let's get this thing done, man. Let's get this thing done. Kendall, what do you want to say, man? I know you don't want to talk about Robbo.
No, is the Ekitike
the name,
Ekitike, whatever his name is that a serious link?
Mm-hmm.
Will you rate him in comparison to your Isak?
He's nowhere near Isak.
What's interesting is I rate Isak, but people talk about Isak like he's the finished product, you know.
At this point in this strikers market, he is. Unless we have cash to go get Haaland.
There's a difference between finished product and the best of the rest.
He is well, look at his
Isak ain't no Suarez, bro.
No.
In a dead Liverpool team. No.
I
want you to hear me out. Isak ain't no Suarez in a dead Liverpool team.
No. But where is another Suarez?
So what are you talking about? Or what are you talking about?
Let me tell you why. You saw the amount of goals opportunities that was afforded to Nunes, right?
Bro. We can't talk about Nunes.
No. This is the reason why
I told you. Yeah. Is he a Suarez in a dead Liverpool team?
No, he's not a Suarez.
No,
he's not.
He ain't that.
But right now, who's a Suarez?
No, that's not the point. So he's basically the best of the rest.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean he's the finished thing. So that's what I was saying earlier. I don't think he's the finished thing. Because when I went back after yesterday, we found out the strikers and who's out there. And I'm looking at who's out there, bro. Bro, he ain't no Haaland.
I mean, the amount of opportunities.
Nah, bro.
He's not Haaland. I'm not gonna play myself.
Yeah, bro. Like, he's just the best of the rest.
He is the best.
And I don't even know if he's the best of the rest, bro.
He is. Because right now,
I don't know what his finishing looking like.
The strikers market is doo-doo right now, and he is much better than all of them. The ones that I believe
on a set piece,
he scores
1 to 10. How dangerous is Isak at the end of that set piece?
One being the less, or 10 being
10 being the best, 1 being the worst. I don't think
I'll give him an 8.
No, I don't think anyone's worrying about Isak in the box on a
bro.
Look at his frame, bro. Look at his frame. Strength is not something you're putting up against Isak. Like, oh, he's strong.
Yeah, but that's if you play for Liverpool, you don't need that guy. Because then go get Osimhen. Then go get Osimhen.
Yo, I just came in today on one agenda to show you that Isak ain't that, bro.
Nah, that agenda is not gonna work because he is that dude.
Because we do this too often. We big up some dead man because he's just the best of the rest.
But who is better than him? That's what I'm asking.
No, it's not about who's better than him. He's just the best. Hear me out.
Yeah.
The best of the rest, and the rest is atrocious.
But right now we need a striker. So if you need a striker, you gotta get the best of the rest.
Nah, the fans want a striker, bro. I already told you where I'm at with the striker.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Go back to my Isak point, bro.
Yeah.
Beating a man, bro. Isak, he's one of them. You know what I mean? Bro, I don't think he's it, bro. I don't know the Ekitike guy either. I don't know none of these.
He's just, this year was his first year that people, you know how people, one person, that's why.
The same thing with Nunes. A lot of men
Thank you.
Nunes.
Thank you. He was a PSG. He was a PSG. He didn't play well. They sent him to, he went to Frankfurt.
Even Abraham had a good season one time at Chelsea, and they gassed it. And the point I was trying to bring to you is a crazy point where strikers is concerned. I believe if Højlund stayed at, I think it was Atalanta,
he'd have gotten better.
I think he would have improved a little bit more.
And I think same thing with Nunes. It was
same thing with Jackson. Same thing with Nunes. So Isak for me, he ain't that guy. Because if he was, Newcastle would have been a lot further ahead.
bro.
If you can't be that guy at Newcastle, bro, you can't.
He is the guy at Newcastle.
Nah, bro. Did he hit 20 goals this season?
I believe so.
Nah.
Believe me, he won. He's taken them to 2 Champions League, and he won them a trophy. He scored against us in the final.
Yeah,
he beat Arsenal.
We can't keep.
He scored.
Can't keep rating.
He scored. How many goals he scored against Arsenal?
Yo, he can't keep rating players because of how they perform against us.
Hey,
that's how you end up with a bunch of Minaminos.
Hey, Nunes.
You know what I'm saying? The point I'm trying to get at, though, to be honest, to be completely fair, Newcastle have probably one of the most robust, closest thing to a Brexit midfielder you can find. If they pattern up the Newcastle, if they pattern up the old center backs, and you're telling me Isak is who we say he is, I can't see why Newcastle ain't challenging.
Well, the only thing
that tells me Isak ain't that guy.
No, they've been challenging. They've been into Champions League twice. Look what they did to Arsenal.
Yo, Quasi, you keep putting out one game, bro.
Arsenal, no one. I'm talking about they've been beating Arsenal since.
Here's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah,
Newcastle midfield versus Arsenal midfield. Which one you're picking?
I'll take Newcastle.
Okay. Newcastle striker over Arsenal striker. Which one you picking?
I'm taking Newcastle striker.
So why can't Newcastle finish in the top?
But then you only have the rest. What about the rest?
Bro, even a goalkeeper, I'm pretty sure you're right in Newcastle goalkeeper.
Nah, he's good. They're trying to buy a new one.
Yeah. But the point I'm trying to make is, though, bro, Suarez in a dead Liverpool team brought us second. Newcastle ain't a dead team, bro.
Well, they won a trophy.
Yeah, but they can't scrape the league. The league is where it's really at. Any team can win a trophy. I've seen Wigan win the trophy, bro.
Yeah, but the team can beat Liverpool.
Bro, Crystal Palace won a trophy. So you're telling me if Isak goes to Crystal Palace, then all of a sudden they Champions League?
Brother, you saw what Mateta...
It's a fair assessment.
No, you're right. You're right. But Mateta out there, Mateta won them a trophy too. So I'm just saying.
So what I'm trying to say is if you put Isak in Palace, is Palace top 4 all of a sudden?
If Isak goes to where? Palace?
Palace. Is Palace top 4?
They will be top half of the top 8. I'll give him top 8.
So yeah, Isak ain't your guy then, man.
No, he's my guy because I know what he can do. Because
I'll tell you right now, you put Alvarez in Crystal Palace, fam.
I
think there's a top 4 there. I think there's a top 4. Yo, you put Alvarez in Newcastle, top 3, easy.
My God. No.
Easy, I'm telling you. Right
I'm telling you this.
Easy.
With the amount of opportunity Nunes got, if it was Isak and Liverpool, he's going neck to neck against Haaland.
That's the problem with you, man, And let me tell you why it's a problem with you, man, and some of you guys in the chat. Big up yourselves, though. It's not like a diss or nothing. It's just one of these fun banter things. Bro, we can't grab a player and talk about what we do for the player will allow him to be what. No, we need to go for a player and said, this player coming here allow us to be this.
Right. And that's why we said.
Because that's how we end up with Robbo. We can't keep going, but if we take the little that he have and put the Liverpool sauce on it, it'll taste good. No, we need to say, if we add this guy to the Liverpool sauce, the sauce will be better. That's the approach we need to have.
But right now,
and I feel like we need to be sprinkling way too much sauce on some of these players for them to be tasted meaty. Look at Nunes. We sauced them up.
We put too much.
Put a song and everything.
You put too much salt on it. You know what? You put too much.
I'm saying is,
you know what? You put too much salt and spices
on some of these men. Maybe they ain't the guy. We need to get guy that add flavor to what we have.
But the thing is, in the market that we have right now, he is the second to Haaland. The world, not just in England, the world.
Man.
I mean, Kane is out there. I can't disrespect Kane. But in terms of striker market right now, Osimhen is not it. Gyökeres, people are scared of Gyökeres. And this guy banged in 60 goals.
Yeah, right. Man said don't overcook the lobster, Nah, we got time. I got it. But yo, what I'm trying to say to you though, Quaz, it's easy to say Arsenal came second, Man United came second twice. But when you look at the points, you're like, bro, that wasn't even close. You see what I'm saying? So when you're telling me Isak is second to Haaland, if I look at the numbers, they ain't even that close.
But if you put Isak in a City team, how many goals he scores?
Bro, because you're telling me we need to apply the team sauce to the guy.
But that's what they brought Haaland in for.
Nah, bro, they brought Haaland to add flavor to them.
Right. So if you bring that flavor.
Yeah, nah, but Isak ain't no type of flavor anyone is desiring, bro.
Bro. Arsenal wants him. The only reason why the other clubs are not going is because he's too expensive. And the only club right now with the cash is Liverpool, unless he stays one more year and then he goes to Bayern, which he probably will go to Bayern and replace, what's his name? Kane. Simon agrees with you 1,000%. He's exactly, dude. Kennel, you are my dude. So many facts. Love this guy. You are talking my gravy. Yeah, your gravy is very salty right now.
No,
there's no flavor.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. Like, obviously, we all got our different preference on what we like. I see a man saying, "Yo, I'm talking nonsense because he scored 20 plus goals in 2 seasons." I hear that. I hear that.
Three. Nah, don't shorten him. He's been in
2 seasons.
3.
No, he's been there for 3 seasons, but he only scored 20 plus goals in 2 of them.
Really?
Yeah. Check the stats. Anyway, while you're doing that, take a look at the Champions League stats. 5 game, 1 goal. Yeah, that don't win us Champions League, does it?
Yeah, but you said Newcastle is not good enough.
But Suarez,
you talking about? But there's levels. There's levels. You cannot.
Yeah,
it's like
it's
levels.
I'm saying to you, bro. Levels.
The levels. Those market is gone. That market is gone.
Levels to this, bro. You know what this remind me of? This remind me of my man name, and I hate this guy in the latter end of his career. You know, Lukaku. Lukaku for Everton, bro. Man was at Everton, 20 plus.
Yeah.
Man with Man United, 20 plus.
Comes to Chelsea. Remember when he was at
we think Chelsea man would say, yo, the way we play, and if we get him and we sprinkle the sauce.
But they didn't play the way he likes to play, because every time he goes to Inter or plays with what's his name, Conte, he wins.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Fuzzy, all I'm saying is the fact of the matter is
21 goals.
Example. Yo, check this out. Perfect example, right? I'll give you the perfect example of what I'm trying to talk about. So I'm cooking oxtail.
Yeah.
Some lobster.
Yes.
The lady's like, yo, she don't know how she's gonna enjoy the lobster, but the alone is gonna help. So she's gonna whip up her own Cajun sauce.
Yes.
I ain't planning to eat it with no sauce. I was gonna sprinkle the oxtail sauce on it because I already know what the oxtail sauce comes with. You see what I'm saying? Bro, there's no way the lobster is gonna take away from the oxtail. So Liverpool is the oxtail. Your striker needs to be that lobster. When we add that striker to the team, bro, he doesn't need to take anything away from it. He just needs to add the flavor to that.
That is Isak.
You just no flavor.
I understand. You say you don't see it, but I'm telling you, that is the dude. Because
isn't he a bit too flimsy for your striker, bro?
You don't score 21 goals in the English Premier League and be too flimsy.
I feel like he'd be missing 5 to 10 games a season now.
He's way better than what we have with Jota, who lives 3 months.
I mean, if we're matching him to Jota, then
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. But he definitely missed about 5 to 10 games a season, man. That for me,
I don't think he gets to 10. Like last season, he does.
I think he missed about 5. I don't know if those 5
games in the Premier in the Premier League. Yes, 5 games in the Premier League. But usually, his the concern that you have, that a lot of Liverpool fans have, is his injury thing. His injury thing is more usually fatigue, right?
Yeah, it looked like some of his muscles ain't fully developed, man.
Usually fatigue. They are not feeding him well in the Newcastle. When you come to Liverpool, we got the muscle people out there. They will feed him, right? But compared to Jota is like, bro, 2 months. Oh, they like, oh, he's ready. 3 months. Be like, come on now.
Yeah, I think Jota's kind of past it. But Jota was one of those players as well. With the way we play, if we sprinkle the sauce.
And when he's on. But the thing we have to understand is Isak can play any style of Liverpool football. He is no Suarez, no doubt. I don't think there is I don't see when the new Suarez is going to come out. I don't know when the next Suarez is going to come out. But at this point right now, there's only 4 strikers that everybody's looking at. Isak, Gyökeres, Osimhen, and who's the other one?
Bro, all I'm saying,
there's another one I'm missing.
To reiterate what I'm trying to say, the striker market ain't great.
Not great.
And what I'm not going to do is look at the next best thing. And because it's the next best thing, I'm going to treat it as if, it's the second best thing. It's just the next best thing, bro. And that's what I feel like for Isak, bro, because I'm not saying this is when you know. Bro, Isak ain't a Champions League baller. You see what I'm saying, man? Nah, bro. Isak ain't a Champions League baller, bro. I don't even know if Isak have Champions League ambitions.
He took them to that twice.
Yeah, and scored 1 goal in 5 games.
He took them twice.
One goal in 5 games.
He beat PSG. He made PSG beg for him.
Elliot got the same stats.
While Mbappe was there. He beat Mbappe PSG.
As well, bro. Elliot got the same amount of goals as your guy in Champions League, fam. With less games. With Champions League, Quasi.
Someone just said Isak is like Lukaku.
Yo, I'm telling you, inflated, bro. That's all I'm saying, man. Inflated. And and it's not even a disrespect because I do rate the player. Like, I don't want people to think I don't rate the player. I rate the player, but I'm just not going to go over the top. Because I understand. Haaland is 100. Let's say Haaland is 100.
Yeah.
And let's say 90, just to be a little bit more realistic. Let's say Haaland is 90.
Yeah.
And then the best thing is 75. That's where I'll put Isak. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
That's where I put Isak, bro. Man's been down in Newcastle for 18 months, bro. How long was Suarez at Liverpool?
Nah, but see, that's your comparison.
No. I'm just trying to show you about ambitions of a player and ambitions of teams.
But that's where
so Isak just want to stay at Newcastle,
and that has been my point all along. I said this year Isak needs to tell Newcastle, I want an ambition. I'm going. Already bring you guys 2 Champions League and a trophy. I need to move on to the next level. That's my thing.
This is what I need to tell him. This is what I need to tell you, man, bro. Like, it's about ambition, bro.
No, he needs
the man.
Bro, no, he needs to
have that ambition. Fam.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He needs to let Newcastle know, I'm leaving. I brought you guys in Champions League. You could get any the next level.
Because you see that type of ambition that wants to come to Liverpool. Oh yeah, I'm back in that all day, every day. Bro.
Exactly. That one I agree with you. That one I agree with you. That one I agree with you.
Zaha settings just at Crystal Palace cooking, man. Talk about he's the second coldest left winger in the league. Second bro, man, been the second coldest left winger in the league for about 10 years, bro.
And when he moved on, he disappeared. But
that's what can happen to your Isak.
I don't think so.
Coldest striker, and then what?
Nah. We'll be back here next year. You'll be like, "Question, you know what? You were right. Isak is that dude." I'm just saying.
You know, it's interesting. You've had to do a U-turn more times than I have to. I don't even think I've ever done a U-turn.
Oh my goodness! Right. Oh my goodness!
I'm just saying. You were like, "Yo, Zamiri, I can't believe we haven't talked about Isak in 4 years."
Last year, I told you I wanted Isak. You said, "Nah, he's not ready." I'm like,
told you, he's still not ready.
And he's ready. He is ready.
No, Quasi, if I'm at Newcastle, Newcastle ain't winning the Prem. Let's call it a spade. Newcastle ain't winning Champions League. Let's call it a spade. They might get Conference League, but they ain't winning Europa, right? I'm Isak. To your point, I take him to Champions League twice. To your point, I bring him a trophy, just like Eze bring Palace a trophy.
Yeah.
The ambition of the players to be like, yo, I feel like I've done everything I can do here.
Yep, 1,000%. Move on. Same thing with Eze. I think Eze needs to go to Spurs.
No. That's where players go to die, fam.
Eze needs to move on.
I can see him at like actually the league is in shambles right now.
Yeah, no, I was saying Aston Villa maybe because Una would do well with him. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
But I think 12 men, big up yourself. He said, I would like to hear the host's opinion that Robertson's agent is Trent Arnold's brother. There are reports that he's negotiating for. Yeah, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I think it's just a reporter who sees that there's Liverpool fans are upset with the Trent family, and everything that I associate with the Trent family will bring you clickbait. I don't believe it. Until it happened, I will not believe it. At the end of the day, if his agent is trying to make a move to Athletico, his agent, keyword, the player's agent. The player's agent's job is to make sure his player gets the best deal, whether on the field, outside, or whatever it is. That's your job. Otherwise, he's not a good agent. But come on. No. Zuberi, this is some rumor that just happened, I think, today. Do you think Liverpool is going to allow him to go for free? Why he has 1 or 2 more years to go?
Wait, Robbo got 2 years or 1 year?
I think 1 year or so.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't know. Personally, I think it's in Robbo's best interest to leave. But even if you leave a 1 year on his contract, we're not really going to be getting max value now, are we? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that it just basically comes down to, is it surplus to requirement, and then we'll just take the market price for him and call it a day? Or do we just keep him around and let him run this out on a free? So that's what it comes down to. The agent thing, I mean, listen, man, I don't know how Robbo got to Liverpool from Hull.
I think he had his own agent.
I don't know if Robbo negotiated his own deal.
Yeah.
But if Robbo looked at the Trent situation and go, yo, can you tell your brother to pattern something up for me as well? And then the brother was already in Spain and was like, all right, let me go see if Athletico Madrid wants to tango because they're right down the street. I mean, I can see it. I can see how you can draw the lines to that. But more power to Trent's brother, man, because you don't really get paid until your guy moves or signs. So that means Trent's brother is prolific in the agent.
How to
world
deal,
as his brother is with the passes. Talk about Hollywood signings. That's
you know what I mean.
That's what Trent brother is up, man. So big up to Trent brother if it's really true. But for
that's his job.
I can see it. I don't know. Like I said, he came from Hull. He been there for about what, good 6 years, maybe?
Almost 8.
Oh, yeah, he's been here for time. That agent is starving. So I can see that agent walking away and he has a new agent. Like I said, Trent's brother's already in Spain cooking up the Real Madrid thing and finalizing some sponsors. I can see him just hopping down the street, offering Robbo up like, yo, Robbo, you know him? Bet, all right, Robbo, interest, I got you. Just sign the, you know what I'm saying, the retainer, and I'll fix it for you. So I can see it. It's not far-fetched. I don't think it's to smear the Trent family and nothing like that. It's football, man. It's business.
It's football. I know. People. Somebody said earlier, Trent. He said Trent's brother messed up my brother's fade last week. Oh my God, man! I can't handle these people, man.
But yeah, like I said, it's. When I look at Robbo on the field, visually he looks uncomfortable. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying he looks uncomfortable. One-footed, can't take the ball under control, doesn't have that deft touch. In the modern day, gone are the days when it's just kicking it around a man and then run it down and then whipping it in. You have to have a little bit more to you. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, and let's be honest, man. Robbo is more of an old school fullback than he is a new school fullback that marauders up and down the pitch. He's just an old school guy with energy. And I rate him for that. He does the basics very well, but sometimes you need a little bit more than the basic. Like an Nate Nuri that can dribble with the ball and actually beat a man. You know what I'm trying to say? The deft touch.
But that's the thing.
I mean, I think I might have had a dream that he scored a brace.
Who?
Robbo, man.
Didn't he score a brace once?
Yeah, bro. And I was just sitting there like, yeah, this guy needs to go because if he stay here and score the brace, I'll never hear the end of it. So that's the vision I got. So yeah, he needs to leave, fam. Yeah, go get that brace at Athletico Madrid or something.
They'll be like, I cannot have this guy here.
Yeah, because if he gets the brace at Atleti, at least I can be like, nah, it's the way Atletico played and they sprinkled the sauce on him, and we didn't have that type of sauce for him. So that's the energy I'm going with, my mark.
Yeah, Simon, I will tell you again, my realistic player getting for a striker, Isak. Big up to Rasta Crab. He's in the building. He said, listen, if it's up to me, Gyökeres is ready-made. Get him signed up. All other strikers are projects. Bro, Gyökeres is giving people that has Nunes PTSD, man. That's why nobody's tapping him up. This guy scored 60 goals, I believe.
You know, personally, bro, I'll run no strikers and bring one through, bro. Personally.
I mean, right now, if you don't go with a striker, you got to stay like that for at least 3 years.
Not necessarily.
Because this market is not getting better anytime soon.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We'll bring our own through.
You know, you get a sprinkle.
Bro, I see Dance come on the field and back the brace. Something's there to build with. You ain't telling me nothing. Bro, something's there to build it. You heard?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I think that style of football is changing, man. The no striker style.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check on the pot real quick.
Man. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. I will come back as soon as this guy. Oh, come on, man. This is what we do. Zuberi came in here and Simon is happy. Simon was losing his mind. If Simon can sit there and listen to me, blah, 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 you should be able to deal with Zuberi. That's what the community is. You have to listen to different style of the debate. Isak is one hamstring away from a long-term injury, in my opinion. The brother is always not in. People don't let. I see that people are anti-skinny. It's Ekitike doesn't even have muscle on him. He's a tall, 6'4", 6'5" brother. He's skinny too. He doesn't have the muscles, but yet some people want him. Simon say, Quishy, I love you, real dude, but I do love it when you are schooled. Respect. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Quishy, my previous question was for Zuberi. Oh, to answer. Well, he told you he doesn't want it. He thinks that we should go to the non-striker back in the day stuff. He doesn't think we need a striker until he gets somebody like closer to Suarez type of them, them high levels type of playing. Nah, man, real talk. His hammies are aging by a thread. It's by hanging on by a thread. Ah, man, don't worry. We could feed him some oxtail, man. We could feed him some oxtail. Newcastle, them are not feeding him right. They guys say anti-Crouch. People forgetting about Crouch, man. Crouch used to ball out. Skinny, but he can ball. So who we playing as a striker then? Well, Zuberi's point is, let's go back. I'll let Zuberi answer that part. Rasta is asking, who will you play as a striker?
The manager showed me that he has the capacity to play without a striker with a 4-2-4 or a 4-2-2-2 formation. So, yeah, he showed me he has a capacity to play without one. He definitely has players that can play without one. And if the word start of verts or whatever thing is true, then that's an additional midfield to support his 4-2-2-2 formation. So if I'm supporting a manager and supporting the way I see the players that we have, because it's all about the players that we have, I can see us playing without a striker because we now have more depth in midfield to support the two holding, the two supporting the attack, and then the other two would be the two wingers, which is Salah and Gakpo. And then we also have additional midfielder that can play in both of those positions, like your Elliots and your Jones and your Verts and your Samazalai. So the players that he's acquiring tells me that he's more likely to go 4-2-4 or a 4-2-2-2 formation, and that's not a lone striker type of deal. So yeah, that's what I got for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm tired of, just like Rasta, I'm kind of tired of these false nine and wingers become your goal scorers, because every time we get into a low block, we struggle.
I mean, Rasta Crab, what do you mean what Verts playing the 10? I'm confused, bro. Do you don't understand how the 4-2-2-2 works? It's 2-10 and 2 wingers. There's no 9. Yeah, you have 2-6, 2-10, and 2 wingers. So if Verts is a 10, that's basically what I'm saying. Verts is a 10, it's 2 10s. Yeah, there's no 9. There's no false 9. Yeah, it's just 2 10s. Oh, no, I'm not with them, man. Talk about false 9. Nah. All of my stuff is true. That's the crap. I don't do the false stuff, you know? The last false thing I heard and felt, bro, was Bobby Firmino. Anything after Bobby is dead, bro.
Thank you. And that's what Liverpool fans are stacking. They all want the next Bobby. I'm like, nah,
anything
man.
After Bobby is dead, bro.
There's no going to be any other Bobby, man.
Jota was supposed to be Project Bobby.
It didn't work. It failed real fast. The person who came close to Bobby was Big Benzema. That's it. Other than that, and even him, he had to go.
Benzema is him still. I'm tired.
No, he's him. But I said he is the only one that I could say played the false 9 with precision.
I go front. Harry Kane,
he's a straight up killer. You know what I mean? When Ronaldo and Bale were in Madrid, Benzema had to sacrifice for those 2 guys for him. You know what I mean? But then when they left, he took over, won the Champions League by himself. But a new Bobby, man, there's not going to be another Bobby. That's why I'm kind of a little hesitating about this Alvarez situation, because everybody expecting him to be the next Bobby. And I'm like, nah. Bobby is a whole different level. He said Javi might be gone as well, but let's see. Javi didn't cut it, man. The injury slowed him down, and he got stuck in what kind of profile player that he can become. He didn't know whether he was a 10 or he was a Salah type. He was confused. And I think he needs to go to Germany or Spain to figure out a different way of playing style, because that whole thing of I'm on the right and then cut it to my left foot and hit it on the top bin, that thing is played out. That thing is played out. I'm sorry. You know, there's only one player who did it for his whole career, and that was Iron Robin. You knew what he was going to do, but you couldn't stop him. Nah, that's for me. What do you think about Harvey, man?
I'm gonna go ahead and say it, man. I'm gifted physically, right? Good genes, good DNA, whatever you want to chalk it down to.
My ex-wife is a false 9.
Yeah. You see football players that's not built a certain way.
Yeah.
You have to come with something else.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So you see, like Isak is he got that lean build. If you're gonna build that lean, bro, you have to have the pace. You see what I'm saying? Make your build make sense. You see what I'm saying? So Messi ain't the tallest, but yeah, you ain't touching the ball, bro. Right? Not them quick feet, right?
Blake is gone.
So, bro, what is Elliot's thing? So you see guys who were not really built physically or got the height. So I'm like, yeah, he can get on the end of things. Bro, then what is your thing? What is Elliot's thing? Oh, he's a creator. That's it?
I've been told that he breaks the lines, but I don't see it often.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he breaks the line by allowing the line to run past him when he gets the one cutback. He's definitely breaking the line.
Every time
but
like,
I don't really rate him, and I think it's more down to his physicality, ability in the 4-2-4.
I think he'll do well in the
season.
4-2-4.
He didn't have the best game as far as like patterns of play and you know the build up into the game.
Yeah,
but in certain moments, in key moments, he did turn up. And he did created some of those key moments. And that's kind of like one of my thing with Jones as well. Like throughout the game, you'll be watching, you're like, rah, man, yo, make a better decision. Rah, rah. And then boom, out of nowhere, he does something amazing. You're like, okay, I get it now. I don't want to keep praising players like that because I feel like Salah kind of tainted that way of praising a player. Just be missing the whole game. Boom, turn up 2-goal, 1 assist. You're like, damn, he was kind of good. But if you watch the actual game minute by minute, you're like, bro, I didn't even see you for 45 minutes. So I don't like watching players like that. I give you a prime example: Champions League final. You know that guy Barella that everyone was creaming about.
Bastoni. Was it Bastoni?
Barella. The midfielder for Inter. Everyone was screaming about him last summer, like 2 summers ago. Everyone was screaming about, bring me Barella.
Yeah.
You know, in 45 minutes, all of his stats was on 0. He was in the game.
And it's not just him.
The game was played through the middle. And all of his stats was 0. In a Champions League final.
Yeah. No, you know the funny thing is? The same, I said Bastoni, right? Same thing with Bastoni. Everybody told me Bastoni should come to Liverpool. He's this, he's that. I'm like, bro, Bastoni got sliced and diced when when PSG rolled up on him. So yes, some players, they do good in certain style of football, but it doesn't always equate to every style of football. And I used to say the same thing about John Terry. Why I say yes, John Terry is a great center back, great leader. But do not compare him to Rio Ferdinand or Ledley King or Virgil, because we saw the differentiation. When Abramovich said, I want to play sexy football, and they brought in Big Phil from Brazil and they opened up, he was getting torn apart. But then when Mourinho or any manager that plays pragmatic football comes to that team, John Terry is unstoppable. So sometimes it's just the player does not fit certain profile of game. And these days you need to get players who can fit all style of games if you want to dominate. You know what I mean? Yes, you could have 1 or 2 that, okay, this is their style. Like, they are good in the air. Okay, bring him. But anyway, somebody asked a question. He said, who is your top 5 players in Klopp's era?
Top 5? Number 5, Milner. Easily number 5, Milner. What Milner did for Klopp and Klopp did for Milner, legendary, bro. Man came here on a free. Klopp inherited him, and bro, I've seen him right back, left back, midfield, left wing, right wing. Milner was
everywhere. Utility player.
Yo, big up Milner every time. So Milner definitely number 5. Number 4, in the Klopp era. Number 4 gotta be Mane. Southampton. Came in right wing, cut it back on his left foot, top bins against Arsenal. I'm like, rah. Next season, left wing, cut it back on his right foot, top bins against Arsenal. I'm like, rah. Yeah, nah, big up the Klopp era. Number 3 gotta be my guy Bobby, bro. And here's why it's Bobby. Hoffenheim. CAM. Hoffenheim, Brazilian, doing the little shimmy and scored in Hoffenheim. And I'm like, then we sign him. And I'm like, rah, number 11, Bobby in that. Got him, bro, put him in some false 9 thing. And I was like, yo, I hate when managers do that,
Yeah.
The man gave the number 11 shirt to Salah, gave the 9 to Bobby. And I'm like, I don't know. Bro, what Bobby did for that front 3. I don't think that can be repeated.
Yeah. Ever.
Number 2, gotta be Salah. When he came through, bro, I loved him when we were trying to sign him in 2013, 2014, and he went to Chelsea, and I was like, you a waste, man. I hope your career fails. When he was coming to us, other people was like, we don't know about him, man. He failed in the Prem. And I was like, yeah, man, I don't know if it's going to really hit. First season, what did he score? Like 44 goals in that?
The first season, yep.
I was like, rah. And ever since then, he never scored less than 20, except for one season. I think he got 19 or something like that.
Yep.
So easily number 2, bro. And then number one gotta be Virgil van Dijk, bro. Bro, there was a stat that I don't think no one tracked in world football until Virgil van Dijk. Man said he's never been driven past in one full calendar year. I'm like, wait a minute, that's a stat.
Yeah, the whole year he wasn't dribbled.
Yeah. I'm like, wait, that's a stat.
And the crazy thing is, it wasn't even Liverpool fans who started that stat. It was the rival fans who started it.
Like, rah. Olivier, I hear you, man, with the Allison for the Milner thing. The thing with Allison, as great as Allison is, man, and amazing shot stopper, bro. The reason why I'm bigging up Milner, man, Milner was doing that at 32 plus, bro. Like, bro, Milner is doing what he was doing at the end of his career, bro. Milner still hold the joint assist record in the Champions League. So Milner holds that record with Figo. He did that on the clock with the old man celebration as well. So, like, I don't. It's not a disrespect to Alisson. I just want you to know what Milner did at his age on the clock. Like, I feel like if I don't give Milner the flowers there as much as I thought he overstayed his welcome, I don't think another player or another person would give Milner his flowers, because it's easy to go Alisson and then do the rest of the 4 that I gave.
Yeah.
So I just throw Milner in there, and the only guy I felt like I could take out of that was Alisson. I mean, Alisson with the header against Brighton, I swear to God, that was Nat Phillips, and they just AI the footage. Nah, bro, the way Nat Phillips went up for that header, bro.
He came in and pushed him out.
Bro, I was celebrating that. Bro, I saw the replay. I was like, nah, man, my eyes, they ain't tricking me. I saw Nat Phillips headed that, bro. But anyway, big up to Alex. Now, Alisson is cold, man, but the thing is, I'm not knocking Alisson. Like I said, what Milner did on the clock, bro. Them back-to-back Champions League, bro. Bro, I swear it was back-to-back Champions League final.
Yeah. First one was Judas Iscariot, and then the second one was
Alisson, and that's when we win. Yeah, so the thing for me is Milner was pivotal for us getting to that first one. You see what I'm saying? Alisson came in and got to the second one, and Milner was pivotal to that as well. You see what I'm trying to say? So it's like,
no, I mean, you make a very strong.
I feel like I don't feel like no one will ever make that argument for Milner in the top 5. The way I'm making it, because like I said, bro, Milner was there before the project, the start of the project. Alisson was the last piece of the project. True. Deep that. Now go deep that.
No, you're right.
Alisson was the last piece. Milner been there before Mane got signed. It was Milner and Bobby Firmino, fam. He watched Mane got signed. He watched Salah got signed. He watched VVD. And he watched Alisson. And the whole time, bro, Swiss Army knife. What do you need? Scissors? Gotcha. You need a file? I got you. You want to cut some wood? I got a saw. You want to sharpen something? I got a knife. You want to tighten something? I got a screwdriver. Milner said, yo, a door is missing. Let's put this door up. Milner's even fixing the establishment. Nah, big up Milner every time, man. Big up Milner every time.
Nah, with me, I'm gonna go with the Kennel makes a very big argument against the non-sexy name, which is Milner. But I'm gonna go with all the sexy names. I'm going with all the sexy names. Number 1, Virgil. Why? Because that defense.
You know, I gave them an order as well.
Yeah, I'm going from the other side down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm going with number 1, Virgil. Virgil was the dude that was, we needed him from day one when he walked into the door, you saw everything change. From the first game he played against Everton, you saw everything change. Number 2, Alisson. Last piece to the puzzle. He walks in, we wins a Champions League. You know what I mean? People forgetting that against Napoli, if he doesn't make that save, we would have been winning the Europa instead. So when it comes to Alisson, and of course I'm biased. He's one, probably my favorite player in the club era and now. Number 3, I'm torn between Salah and Mane. Why Salah and Mane? Because
why not go 3 and 4 then?
Yeah, so I'll do.
Yeah, and tell me it can be either way.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I just didn't want you to have a mental breakdown.
I was about to. Thank you. I was about to have a mental breakdown how to explain those two.
1, 3, and 4 and tell me you can flip them on any day.
No, because the thing is, the reason why you said why Mane on top of Salah is because Mane was the beginning of the project, of the system, right? Bobby is the system, but Mane was the guy that we all looked like. Earlier you were saying Suarez taking us to second place. Mane was basically the guy who took us to 4th place to make it to the Champions League to be able to sign Salah. Salah is the guy who came in and said, you know what, I'm scoring the goals. Virgil, you take care of the defense. So yes, you could swap those two guys. And then the 5th, I have to go with Bobby, the system Firmino. He, as a human being, as the character Bobby, like when you see the two rivals between Salah and Mane, and he is the what do you call it, the equalizer. That's why a lot of clubs could not figure out how to do that front 3 style the way we did it. As great as Pep's team was, they came close, but they didn't do it the way we did it. That's why I was bigging up Benzema for Benzema saying, you know what, I'm going to sit back and have Ronaldo get most of the shine, and then after that, I'll hand it over to Bale, and then I'll take the rest. Bobby started this thing. And remember, we brought him from Haifa, he was on the left, and then they put him on the right. Then he was in number 10. He was we put him everywhere. But then when Klopp figured it out and put him in the middle, everything was there. Now, can I give some shout outs? Yes. Anderson, shout out to Anderson. And shout out to Genie. Shout out to what's the name you put on number 5?
Milner.
Them 3, we can never go on. Those top 5 are not mentioned without those 3 in the middle. And I will give them honorable mention of those 3 getting a shout out from outside, just clapping them out and catching a standing ovation for helping us.
No honorable mention, man. You got your top 5.
No, I got my top 5, but because
Nat Phillips can get an honorable mention.
He was clutch a couple of times, man. Origi also.
Nah, I would never give Origi honorable
mention. I'm glad that you're here before we leave. But can you quickly answer this question? Because I have a question that I always give to the guests.
Simon, so realistic signings this summer. Yo, Simon, big up yourself, bro. What do you mean realistic signing this summer? You don't see we signing players already.
I've been trying to tell him. He doesn't listen.
Wait, what do you think we sign him for next season, bro?
No, I've been trying to tell him. He doesn't listen to me.
Yo, Simon, you know why I'm coming with this energy, yeah? You see, if we only signed Frimpong, I would have been good smoking a cigar, eating lobster and oxtail, fam. Just so you might know, Frimpong, I don't care who we pick up on a free. Just the fact that we got Frimpong, I would have been good. But yeah, if it's Frimpong works, still over the moon. Who else do you need to sign, bro? This ain't FIFA. This ain't EAFC, bro. This is real life. You're telling me you got Frimpong and you got Verts, and you're like, who else should we sign? Nah, bro, that's it. Pack it in. Yeah, pack it in. We're gonna grab 2 16-year-olds and put one on loan and keep one, and then bring back some loan guys, look at them, and then get them off the books and keep back a couple of them. Yeah, that's good. So I'm good. When I tell you I'm good, bro,
Yeah.
Realistically, I don't think we sign nobody else. When man talking about, yo, we need a 9, but oh my God, another DM would free up, McAllister, bro. I don't, bro, I'm good, bro. You telling me we got Wirtz and Frimpong? I don't care if that's on the 200 mil. We don't need to make a statement window. We don't need to outspend to win, bro. We proved that last season. So we lost Trent. Obviously, a lot of people was like, oh my God, what are we going to do? Bradley was almost there to quell the nerves. But a lot of people is like, yo, he's going to need help. Frimpong as the help? Come on, man. There's no way you're worrying about that right side right now. You see what I'm saying? And in the 10, we're like, yo, we need more goals from midfield. Something's in the middle, whether it's a 9 or 2 10s. We need something more in there. And we got Wirtz. Bro, come on, man. There's no way you look at the team and go, ooh, we need a better left back. I thought we heard about
Kirkers, yeah. He's coming next. That's what they're saying.
So if Kirkers is the realistic left back, I mean, I would have taken Ait Nouri before he went to City, to be honest. I think that would have been a little bit more realistic. There's another left back I liked in the league. I'm trying to remember, but I feel like he might have been on the young side.
I like Newcastle's right back. What's his name? Munoz?
Livramento
is also not bad at all.
Wait, who else is on the right?
Munoz. Munoz scored a lot of goals for a right back.
Newcastle?
No, Crystal Palace.
Oh, you threw me off. I swear you said Newcastle.
Oh, sorry. But right before we get out of here, I have this thing that I give to the guests. Some of people already know what I'm going to ask. You remember that during the pandemic we had a show called Versus. Okay. Now this thing might sound blasphemous, but give me time to explain. Stephen G. When you hear the name Stephen G, what comes to mind?
Every African people
calling
him Captain Fantastic. And I was like, bro, he was great, but I don't know if I'd say Captain Fantastic. Every time I heard Gerrard, I hear an African accent saying Captain Fantastic. Like that's what comes to mind. Captain Fantastic and a visual effect of him rassing one from 30 plus.
So moments. Okay. So Stephen G moments, legendary moments. There's another player at Liverpool that I think that in terms of moments, I'm not saying that he's at the level of Stephen G in terms of what he brought to Liverpool. That's why he is Mr. Liverpool. But I'm talking about just moments. Moment, for example, Champions League final, right? West Ham, right? But there's another Liverpool player who has the same amount of catalog that I think can call Stephen G. Say, come talk to me with the catalog. And his name is Origi. So if we were to do versus legendary moment versus Stevie G versus Origi, what says you? What says you?
Yo, Quasi, you know how hard. You know how hard I heard that Jamaican accent. Yo, bro, do you know how hard I heard, bro? Quasi, no.
No. Don't let the names fool you. Let the names fool you.
My son name is Origi, bro.
Big up to
Cause you're on big stone, man. Yo, yes, the man them that jump out of the building. Yo, they jump out of the building, bro.
Listen, I just turned the light off.
Yeah, jump out, brother.
No. You guys see, this is the thing. You guys hear Gerrard, and then he's like, we don't want to hear anything else.
Quasi, no, Origi, my guy.
But look at his moment. The moment he gave you. Yeah.
Origi got 7 moments at this.
How many?
7. I'm gonna give him 3. 2, me give him 3.
Okay.
He only have 7 moments, and 2, I me give them 2 then. I me give him 2. I'm starting from +2 just so he can get to 7.
Okay.
Origi, Quasi, when I talk about moments, Gerrard in a 1 game have 6 moments. You heard? Quasi, in a 1 game, Gerrard have 6 moments. Origi in my entire career, thanks to your manager, Klopp. He only have 5 moments. Me have to give him 2 out of my pocket. So, yo, Origi, hold them 2 extra moments. They not happen. But what? In my mind, them happen. Yeah. Nah, cause
people I think you disrespect Origi, though. This Origi was the reason why.
This, no, yo, take that up with Klopp, brother. I Klopp if you call for your stream and ask him why him disrespect Origi. Origi get one moment a year and him there for 5 years, brother. One moment a year him get. The year win the Champions League, him only moment was the Champions League final, half volley. That's it. The next season, you know what the moment was? Pickford fumbling the ball upon the post and him knock it in. You can't tell all the Origi moments. The season before win Champions League, Origi one moment. I think it was against Southampton. Him come on, him take a wild shot, it deflect off a man and score.
You know that season, the year that we won the Champions League, he had 3 moments.
Cause you hear me and say to you.
I'm telling you, he had 3. I'll give you.
You're giving him an extra 2.
No, I'll tell you what. You said Stevie G did 6. I'm not debating the aura of Stephen G. Remember Newcastle? Suarez. Suarez got. Not Suarez. What's his name?
I don't think you're listening, bro. And I hate when you do this. I'm not trying to ignore your argument. I'm trying to tell you something and you're ignoring it. Origi got 5 moments at Liverpool, and I personally give him 2. So that see, and saying the same thing, bro. We give him more moments than he actually have. He has 1 moment a year, fam. One.
You guys, the catalog.
And I gave him 2 just so no one will caught on that it's just 1 per year. You see what I'm trying to say? That's why I gave him the 2 so no one would caught it. Now I'm gonna have to tell the secret, bro. He has 1 moment a season, bro. There was 1 season he didn't really have any moments, and I showed Enz Origi 1 moment. Me and Enz was in the background. We laughed our asses off. His moment was picking up signed Genie shirts in the box in the back. That was his moment. That was the only time he made camera that season. Yo, Enz, if you're still in the building, tell Quasi I'm not lying.
Oh my goodness.
For that season, Origi camera moment was him carrying Genie signed shirts out into the back, loading that, bro.
These guys are disrespecting Origi.
Nah, bro, I named my son Origi. Yo, Cienz was there. Man was packing boxes with signed Genie shirts, bro. That's why I had to give him 2. Just like the strength of, he was humble enough. You notice every time he grows his hair, he ends up cutting it because he's trying to make appearance and he still didn't get the appearance. Bro, Gerrard got 5 moments in 1 game. If you're gonna tell me Origi top 5 moments versus Gerrard top 5 moments, and then we put the verses together like that,
that's the whole point.
I will entertain it that way. But you can't tell me moment for moment Origi's up there. No, you can't do that.
I'm saying he has a catalog. Origi has a catalog that he can, if you go, like you said, okay, bring this, I bring that, bring this out. That's why I said it's going to be blasphemous.
Corner taken quickly,
yes,
cannot be in Origi top 5.
But he had to score though.
No, don't tell me why he had to score. Gerrard got about 20 screamers that would trump that.
I'm just saying.
Yo, you know what? I usually don't like doing this. I'm gonna have to do it, bro. You see if the people that report your stream.
You gonna report me?
I'll understand. I'll understand. I'll understand, man. The people that report your stream.
You know what I mean? Thank you. That's fair. People are disrespect Origi. I'm just saying, Origi got catalog. Respect Origi.
Y'all think y'all talking to? My son's name is Origi, bro. You hear me? Liverpool legend. Well, don't go stacking up legends and tell me Gerrard got about 30 screamers that trumps Origi half volley in the final.
Origi scored in the Champions League final.
So did Gerrard. Gerrard is the only player to score in every single final. So think about all them finals. They trump all of Origi's moments. Let that sink in. Gerrard was the best player in the team. Origi was the second worst player on the team.
See, that's why I said do not do. That's why I said do not do Do not do
we're comparing the best player to the bench player. Do you know how disrespectful that is?
No, that's why I said from get-go, this is going to be blasphemous, but I'm just going catalog, like you said, just moment versus moment.
We're talking about the best starting 11 who's also
see, if you say it that way, there's no argument. You can't do that.
And then we're comparing them.
You know?
Was Origi the best sub off the bench?
No. See, if you do it that way, there's no argument. Then, yeah, I will have to basically quit doing shows. I said just moment, bring like right now.
Tell you, Gerrard in every final has a moment.
I'm just saying. And we send you the link, so please check.
Blame Klopp for not giving Origi more moments. That's what you should do. And that's why I had to give him 2, because Klopp robbed him. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, remember even when we were in the Europa, he went to Dortmund, beat him. He came back at when they came to Anfield. Don't forget, he was one of them moments too, even though Lovren stole that moment because Lovren scored the last goal. The year that we won the Champions League, forget about the Champions League side. Remember Newcastle, Salah got laid out. Origi scored that last goal when we were going toe-to-toe with City. That year alone, he had like at least three moments. And then there's the one against Wolves. Of course, we remember the Pickford one. He almost got, what's his name? Klopp. He almost got Klopp fired because Klopp decided to run onto the field to go hug Alisson. You know what I mean? Even corner kick quickly.
Listen,
they got to share that moment because he needed. Remember, he scored 2 goals in that game. No, I mean, Stevie G is my guy. I tell people, if there's any Liverpool player that I'm going to put his name on my jersey, it was going to be Stevie G. I don't put players' name in my jersey. But Stevie G was the closest player that I'm like, I'm going to put his name on my jersey. But I was just, and this debate is not, I've heard that Drifty has also brought it up before, so I just don't want to be like, I'm the first person bringing it up.
Oh, now you're backtracking. I thought this was one of the quasi-special.
No, it's my special, but then eventually somebody told me that Drifty also brought it up before, so I want to make sure I give it.
Once again, Quasi, don't position the conversation. Big up, Eggs, before you jump in. I just want people to know Quasi's positioned the conversation in a way where, depending on who you pick, you're against it. All I'm saying, bro, in one game, Gerrard has more moments in that one game than Origi in his entire career.
So we say we can't have this versus.
Bro, even if I put up Gerrard screamers, you know what's crazy? No, you know what's crazy? Crazy? I saw a compilation the other day, and I was like, who the hell put this together? It's Gerrard tackles. Go look at Gerrard tackles in a game. The comps on Gerrard tackling, bro, some of them tackling they beat any moment of Origi. If I'm lying, I'm flying. I'm telling you right now. Go to YouTube after this stream.
Yeah.
Put in Gerrard tackles compilation. There's no moment Origi have that step into those tackles. Just the tackles, Quasi. I know you haven't seen it, but I'm telling you, the minute you see it, hit me on the ones. Hit me on the ones when you're eating your bread and butter, whatever you're eating today. You're starving, bro. You're
not hungry after me if you're eating bread and butter. And you can't be bothered to make any meal. You're just like, I just need something.
Big up to Ants, man. People, you know the deal. You know who this gentleman is. This Hollywood Ants. We had to beg to get him here, so we don't have him for a long time. But Ants, you cannot come in here and just say, you hear the name Stephen G, and then you be like, you know what? No conversation. What dare you do, Origi?
I just literally, big up to all the fathers out
there. What I mean? I'm just saying that I'm big up to the fathers. Yes, sir. And of course, Ants, happy Father's Day. Of course, you the real ones. I think Fazzy, you too, man. Big up to Fazzy. Uncle Albert, I saw you there. Big up to y'all. Happy Father's Day. But listen, forget a little bit because Zuberry lost it a little bit. Forget the aura of Stephen G. Just the moment.
No, let him paint it because I'll go after. Let him paint the picture.
No, I mean, the aura of Stephen G is blasphemous for me to say Origi, Stephen G, right? Okay. But I'm just going, in terms of verses. We saw this show during the pandemic. You had two.
That's like saying leave all your diamond hits at home and come with the side joints. That's like saying come with the features, bro.
All right, because let me.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying the moment, just the moment. Do you think Origi has catalog?
Let me paint you what happened, right? So I'm sitting there. Long day, so I just got up from a little nap, right? And I thought, okay, went up, grab some water, grab some juice to drink. And then I was like, I was on X and I was like, oh, Quasi's live. All right, let me scroll through quickly, see if there's any Liverpool news, then I'll tune in on YouTube. So I've looked, all right, you're live on X, no problem. Scrolling through now. Then I was like, let me go and check in. Bro, I clicked on it and all I heard you say was, oh yeah, Gerrard, Origi, but Origi has moments and you can compare. I said, bro, on my mum, I nearly went to the report button. I nearly logged off, bro. I was like, what? Nah, you must be drinking today, bro. You might like,
yo, man is hungry, and that's why I say he's gonna be eating bread and butter later, bro.
Yeah, man.
I couldn't believe it, bro. I nearly logged off the stream, bro. You're lucky. I swear to you, if you weren't a friend, I would have logged off the stream. These are the guys, the YouTubers I complain about, bro. They just I go in there. I got
the ones that are hungry and bread and butter, man. Them no nourishments, bro.
Yeah, Fuzzy, for one thing you can't do, like big up to Origi, but there's one name you can never mention, bro. And that's Gerrard's name with anyone, bro. Even like Salah at times, I hear people with the conversation. I let them have it. Because they're just like, right, Salah is their new king in it. They don't probably remember the dark days of Gerrard, like saving. I mean, when you're talking about putting the club on his back, putting the team on his back, putting the country on his back, that's why midfielders of today, without Gerrard actually winning the Premier League, they speak about him so highly, bro. There's a reason for that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, go watch the tackle compilation.
That's
people
why
think it's about Gerrard going forward and
no. That's
Quasi, the tackles alone, Origi can't see them.
That's what I'm saying.
Top 10 tackles from Gerrard.
Can we go moment for moment?
Top 10
that's it. That's what I was going for. I said that's why I preface it. I said it's blasphemous.
The tackles in the game, bro. I'm seeing Gerrard on the touchline making a touchline tackle. And when he made the tackle,
he sit on the bench,
man, Shin and went out for a goal kick, and Gerrard was like.
Because seeing as you want to pick up their stance, go moments for moments then. Tell us.
So I'm saying
Origi top 5 moments. Now top 5 Gerrard tackles.
So like I'm saying like Origi.
Go on, give me the start. Let's just start it off. Go on.
What he did to Everton was beautiful, especially how much the one that he scored the last minute goal, right? It was
off the crossbar.
One off crossbar like that, right? Something like that. I'm happy because
that's a good moment.
That's a moment. You remember?
All right, let's use Gerrard's Olympiacos, that volley from outside the box that got us into the Champions League.
Yes. Okay.
Then we end up winning it because of that. But go on.
Right. And then if you go to the semifinals, you see Origi scored 2 goals that game.
Yeah, the tap-in, 2 tap-ins.
I mean, still he had to score, right? You know.
Okay, let's go Gerrard FA Cup finals. So this is what I'm saying about bigger moments.
I get you. We going in there, right?
Okay.
What was it? When we were toe-to-toe with City against Wolves, right? He had to score the final goal for us. I think we won.
What was that? The back heel one?
The one that he turned. The one that they passed the ball to him and then he turned like 360 and then hit it on the
All
side.
Right, Gerrard free kick beginning of the season. I can't remember the season against Villa. Top bid, so we lost the game because we were struggling. They had to carry the team on their back. Go on, what's yours?
Right. And then which one? Newcastle. The same. That was the year we won the Champions League. That's when we're 1 point behind City. We were. Salah got knocked out. Somebody tackled him, kicked him in the head. That's why he didn't play the semifinals. That was like the game right after. The game before the semifinals against Barcelona. Salah got concussed, so he couldn't play, right? The goal, crossing from Big Shaq, because actually Virgil told Shaq, you kick it. I think somebody was going to kick it. I think Trent was going to kick it, and he said, no, we need somebody to kick it in swinger. Origi.
Yeah, he said Trent.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you what one Gerrard I want to give you now. What category? I want to give you Gerrard against United, that first ever Old Trafford, the win that when he kissed the camera. That performance was outstanding with the 4-1 when we was in the, I want to say the silver or grey kit.
Yeah, that's the one that
3 penalties as well.
Bro, the calmness in the 2 penalties, the ball to Torre. Like, bro,
He scored a hat trick. No, he didn't score a hat trick.
No, two, because Torre scored one. Remember when he dropped the shoulder?
Yeah, off in Friendland. Yeah.
And then Gerrard scored a 2-pen. I think the Sainer scored a free kick. Go on.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'll give you guys a moment of Gerrard. Gerrard tackling Mikel Arteta. Oh, you think I made that up?
No,
I remember that one.
You think I made that up?
He was playing for Arsenal at the time, right?
No, Everton.
No, it was Everton.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Gerrard got so many beautiful tackles against Everton. You can pick 10 of them. I'm just saying.
No, I mean,
what's yours?
Where we at? You said top 5. Where we get 5, right? Where we are now? And then you look at, we went to, well, of course, I have to give him the goal he scored in the Champions League final. Respect.
Okay.
You got to give him that. Game against Dortmund. When we went Dortmund, he scored that only goal that we scored. It was 1-0.
Yeah, but that wasn't.
1-1 or 1-0.
Yeah, but that wasn't like an Origi performance.
Bro. It was a last-minute goal. That was a last-minute goal. We needed that goal.
I swear it wasn't a last-minute goal.
It was a last-minute. I think it ended up being 1-1. That's when you had the away goal.
That through ball and he toe poked it. I do remember.
I mean, that's no disrespect. Why are you gonna mention Topo? Why are you gonna mention Topo?
Here's the problem with that, Quasi. If you're because now you're scraping the bottom of the barrel. Because if you're gonna do that, we can just
tell you about Origi against Everton. Long ball, took it down and kind of lobbed.
I didn't even bring that one. The one.
But then if you're picking that, Gerrard's caliber of goals is way higher than that, bro. That's what we can't do.
I'm saying Quasi is scraping the barrel and he's not even giving you Origi's best moment. That was that's Origi's top 5 goals right there.
The other one, that same game, the Mane pass, the one that went around.
Okay, you see with Origi's goal, right? No disrespect to him. Great goal, great finish.
The assists are always better than the goal.
Mm-hmm. Not only that, let's be honest, bro. Spurs didn't score, so Origi's goal was really nothing in the game, in the grand scheme of things. It was, we know, but if we go right. If it was a 2-1 where he won the game and he scored to make it 2-1, and you'd be like, yo, I'll give him that. That's a great moment. Great finish. Left foot, bins. But we already winning 1-0. All he did was give us the icing on the cake. But here's what you can do with Gerrard. We're losing 3-0. Guess who scores the first goal to get us back in the game? Steven Gerrard. Guess who gets us the penalty to get us back 3-3? Steven Gerrard, who had an inspiring second half in that Champions League final. Steven Gerrard. That's when you talk about moments. That's when you talk about goosebumps. I don't know if Origi's giving you that. If you're telling me he gave you the rock tip,
bro, he didn't give you that in the Barcelona semifinals.
Nah, Trent did.
Nah, bro.
But
Trent want to take it quickly. The team did. I thought the team inspired like the performance of the. Remember that was a tapping as well. Henderson with a great skill, bring down, drop the shoulder. And then
why you keep minimizing the goal?
Nah, it's actually a save. I swear Anderson kicked it on.
A weak shot from
Origi just finished it off. That's not a moment to celebrate, bro.
Disrespecting Origi, the cult hero.
Because if you want to go goal for goal, Gerrard wins hands down, bro.
No, but that's why I said, can you?
But Quasi, when you say moments, you can't put moments just to goals. Because like I said, bro, I'm telling you. I can send you this video called Gerrard, the Art of Tackling.
I've seen it. Trust me.
Bro, you'll see about 20 tackles that trump any moment of Origi.
And I'm surprised that...
Bro, I've never seen Origi skin the man, and I'm like, ooh. I've seen Mane shake freaking Neymar out of his shadow. Origi don't have these moments, bro.
I was even going to say, I'm surprised he didn't bring Napoli versus... Liverpool at Anfield when Gerrard came off the bench and scored a hat trick.
Bro, we don't need to do it.
I'm saying, but there is. But I'm just saying.
I'm telling you, Quasi,
you cannot
your arguments with the tackles only.
And it proves Ribery's point because now you have nowhere to go. You're giving me about 5, right? We would give him extra 2. You tried to give me. What was the one you tried to give me? The
Dortmund one. I had to give him the Everton one, bro.
That's what I'm saying. We give him more moments than he actually has had just because of the human being a player he was. That the fact that he never kicked up off us, the fact that he stayed on the bench and when we needed him, he came up trump.
Argument right there. This is the argument. This is the real argument. But this is the real argument. Origi wins it, in my opinion. Because all I can tell you about is Nunes freaking coming on. Busting up 2 against Newcastle.
And then you got what was it? Not Brentford.
He scored 2 too.
Was it Brentford or was
was
it
Brentford.
Sheffield?
Yeah,
What was
Brentford. Was it Brentford at this year? It was this year, right? You talk about this year.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was Brentford or not. It might have been one of the other relegated teams, but yeah. When he scored 2 late goals to win us that game. And then you have Forest the season before. That's 3 points he gave us again. Hey, Darwin's got a catalogue as well, bro. That's what you're talking about, moments.
Yeah. So
That's what you're talking about, moments, bro. I know.
But they got the same goofball moments as well. Because I remember Origi was at Burnley. Man was still, bro, kicked it on the post, bro. I see Darwin round the keeper and kicked it on the post. I'm like, rah, what's this? The inner Torres.
People forget that the whole. Remember the year that Klopp brought everybody to shake the cup hand, and everybody was like, "What is he doing?" The cringe moment.
Yeah,
we played. Was it Hoven? That was that team. I keep forgetting the one that Lukaku played for.
Oh, West Brom.
West Brom. Guess who tied that goal? That's Origi. So Origi started all this Klopp-era stuff.
But this is what I'm saying. You're giving us the bottom of the barrel stuff, which is not good enough. That's why I said I'm with Zubiri. We give him moments, really.
Gerrard won 5. Bro, Gerrard won a treble one of them years. I swear he won a cup.
Yeah, 2001.
And he scored in each one of them. Quasi, listen, man. That's why you don't need to be on the internet all day, bro. Go cook some proper food, man. Nah, because these men are on the internet all day and then they're eating like bread and butter at the end of the day.
You guys are this. No, man. You gotta respect the cult hero, man. You cannot let the cult hero. I'm giving the cult hero his respect.
Mir, I'm with you. I think when it's over 2 hours, that's when we know crazy Quasi comes in.
Nah, and you know them men that's just so focused on the internet. They just there and they're like, "Rah, did I eat today?" I'll just wake up to bread and go to bed. Oh, Quasi, allow the internet, man.
I'm just saying though, the cult hero. We gotta shout out the cult hero.
We're not saying that he's not a cult hero, but you don't need to put him against Gerrard to validate his heroism.
Between them two, that who has in terms of moment, we're not saying that's why I say don't compare them.
Gerrard won. We already know.
Yeah, we know Gerrard won. Okay,
and we can see that argument. Then can we say All right,
Gerrard won. Yeah, but I'm talking who's the next person? I don't think Suarez can go against Origi.
Suarez has scored some mad goals. This one,
Suarez got 5 to 10 nutmeg and score goals. He nutmeg a man and scored.
Torres, the one that I know has more than Origi.
I'll tell you what. What he did to Norwich in that one season,
the 4 goals,
had like 9 goals against them total in the one season.
4 goals in one game.
Wait.
Yeah, he scored 4 goals in one game.
No, but what do you mean Torres don't have more moments?
No, I said Torres has more than Origi.
Oh, okay, sorry. I heard something.
Yeah, but Suarez versus Norwich has way more moments than Origi does with Liverpool.
Are you sure?
Bro, the man scored from near the halfway line against him, but then the next goal, he flicked it over the defender's head and hit it on a half volley.
Bro, I see man nutmeg about 15 men in that season and scored.
Do you even remember the one he scored from like the byline with the outside of the foot? I can't remember.
Nutmeg a man, fam. Nutmeg a man.
Get to the line, and then he looked across like he was going to cross it into the box and hit it with the outside of his foot.
The one with Stoke City. I think it was Carabao Cup semifinals.
Bro, all of them byline goals come from him nutmegging a man, and then he did some mad.
He demolished Spurs as well, like Suarez demolished United when. Like Suarez was on a joke thing, bro.
This goal was probably. I think this is his best goal.
When he controlled it on his shoulder.
Yeah, that's his best goal in Liverpool.
Bro, the man didn't win a cup over here with the team. And he said, "Yep, I've done all I can do."
He won one.
He won one.
Yeah, but bro, other than that, man said, "Yeah, I've gotten way too much player of the month, golden boot. Yeah, I'm done. There's nothing else for me here." Man walked away, left the Prem, you know. Man said, "Yeah, nah, I've done. I've completed football."
He's bullying every team, bro.
Nah, Suarez. That's why earlier
I looked at the Prem like it's a joke thing. Suarez is the only player I'll allow to tell me the Prem ain't shit. He's the only player I'd allow to say that. The way he handled the Premier League when he was there, it's a joke thing, bro.
Yeah, that one I agree. The one
when he dived in front of Moyes,
they worked, yeah.
Moyes called him a diver in the press conference. Man rattled the net, and even when the combination between him and Gerrard in that particular game, bro, this brother was on smoke in that game
from day one. So Torres versus Suarez.
Big up Suarez every time, bro. Man, call a man the N word, fam. And never even got rushed, bro. Do you know the goals and the caucasity you have to do that?
The caucasity.
Man had the whole Liverpool fan base saying we stand with our player. Even the black man that was on that, like, yeah, he's our player.
Yeah, the t-shirt was a touch, brother. My name came out with the
Yeah, that one they went a little bit too much. That one, I don't know who came up with that.
You know when you're young and naive, and that's your
whoever
guy.
came that.
Did you say you got the shirt?
Yeah, when you're young and naive, and he's the guy, he's just cooking up teams for you, and he's ones at times, and you're just like, yeah, I'm backing my guy, like he's my guy. You don't realize you ain't really watching the media like that. You ain't online, so we're just guys. Yeah, no, I think that the team is right. I don't think it's and then you go, oh, nah, he did actually say that shit still.
Storage win this one. Easy.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. Storage celebration alone. In the beginning stage at City, it looked a bit shaky. When he came to Liverpool and busted, I was like, bro, you're a black man. Come on, better moves. After about 6 goals, every man was in their living room.
Yeah. Yeah. And said, nah, let me show you, man.
Bro, after about 6 goals, Quasi, man was doing
Was it the Liverpool do the same thing?
Yo, bro, storage moments. Jota, for me, his moments are like ricocheted off his shin to be 2-man, unpredictable, goalkeeper diving way too early. Yo, look back at Jota goals, fam. Some of them are cold still, but Jota moments, dope, but storage for me, man. Jeez. Yeah, he's up there.
Storage goal against Chelsea.
Yeah, the one when he whipped in the 2-2 game, whipped in the top corner, bro.
What about Henderson goal against Chelsea?
Or the cut from the left-hand side, top bins. Yeah, that Henderson. I didn't even know Henderson had those, bro. That season he was scoring goals, boy.
Wasn't that the side foot joint? I think he had about 10 goals that season.
And then whipped it in the top corner. I said, all right.
I think he had about 10 goals that season,
Yeah. And appreciate you coming through. But before we go, man, what are you saying about this Robbo situation, man?
I don't like it, man. I don't like it. I know most people wanna sell him, and I get it, man. They're thinking about the new toy. And you need that. You still need that leader in there, bro. You still need a personality like him in the dressing room. Because at the end of the day, people already told me they don't like Tsimikas. They don't like Tsimikas more than they don't like Robbo. So what are we doing? Getting 2 new left backs. I don't want the team to be. Listen, you can upgrade the team. You can freshen up the team. But there's a moment when you do it. When you do it too early, you're gonna find moments like Chelsea where you become inconsistent because you can't have 2 left backs. Like Kirkes is new, right? He's played in the Premier League proven. He knows what he's about to do. But this is Liverpool. There's different pressures here. And then you say if it's Hato you want to bring in, I think that's the kind of name now link because you want to get rid of Tsimikas and Robbo. That's another fresh young Donny that ain't ready yet. You still need a senior man that can let you, you know what I mean? Build yourself. So even though I wouldn't like to get rid of Simi, but I'd rather get rid of Simi, keep Robbo, give him a year extension on top of that. And then next season's where you go, all right, cool. What we do now, Robbo? Let's move you on because we need to get someone to settle in Kirkes. We can't just be. We can't and I get it because everyone's excited now. Like, yo, we're just gonna. But if you change the team up too much, you mess up the chemistry, bro. The chemistry will drop, and then you're gonna find inconsistencies. And you're like, yo, why is the man them? Because Virgil can't keep everyone in line. Mo don't speak to keep people in line. Is what he does keeps people in line because they're watching like, yo, Mo's always in the gym. He's doing this. Virgil is speaking. You need a character like Robbo as well, bro. You need a leader.
Behind the scene character.
Yeah, you need those, bro. Yeah. You can't just be getting rid of him like that. And I get it. If you want to get rid of him. But bro, for me, keep him.
Yeah. That's my concern. Exactly what you said. That's my concern. If he wants to go, okay, thank you for what you did for us. But what was Robbo's number? Real quick, Zuberi. What's Robbo's jersey number?
Bro, I don't even know. Why do I not know that?
I'm calling you up, bro.
It's 26, 20 something.
26.
There's a man here who said, I need a what's his name? A Thanos snap so that if you count 1, 2, 3, when you get to that number, nobody remembers that number. And then
That he might have done it because I nearly forgot the number until you mentioned it. Nearly done it still.
Yo, Quasi, I just realized as Enzo was speaking, I started going back into my football knowledge database, and I realized one of your favorite plays left back, Owen Beck.
Yes.
You're telling me this is a chance for your guy to come through, and you ain't even said that.
That's why I said I agree with what Enzo's saying, but
Quasi,
at the same time, if he moves
yesterday, not one time did you mention your boy getting.
No, I didn't bring Owen back. I was more.
I guarantee right now, if I'm like, yo, we're selling 2 left wingers, I already know the name Enzo is gonna put there. You see what I'm saying? Enzo don't even don't mention it right now.
Nah, but Owen Beck.
But I know, but yo, if we sell Elliott and Jones right now, my guy that I rated over Owen Beck, I would have put him in there. I think we sell him Clark. Because that's what you do when you rate your youngster. When you rate your youngster and you see a little wiggle room for your youngster to come through, you have to put it in the universe.
But the thing is, this is the thing.
I'm just saying,
yesterday. No, I agree with you. But yesterday, you made a very strong point of Robbo's time to move on, right?
Oh, yeah, no, it's done. It's done.
But then I'm on your side on that point you made, and I'm also worried about what Ann said in terms of the character that you are going to lose in the dressing room. Because yes, Kerkers is coming. Kerkers has never played Champions League. You see what I mean? The experience part that's why it concerns me.
Nah, bro, Virgil been carrying Robbo for 3 years. He can carry a younger man.
Nah.
He can carry a younger man. Fam.
Nah, you know what it is as well. Yeah, it's right, bro. The guy that's young that's coming in, he needs a teaching, man, the schoolage, bro. He needs someone that's gonna come in, and when he comes in, he goes, right, all right, Robbo, let me see what Robbo does. Well, how does he train? What does he do in the team? Why does he keep getting picked? Stuff like that. And then you build from there. Because remember, Robbo didn't get into the team when he first came in. He had to work for that. Then when he got it, he kept it. Once he got the opportunity, he kept it. So I think it's the same for Kirkes, man. I feel like everyone just sees the name and go, yo, I'm gassed. He's coming in. Let's go. And I like that. But at the same time, there's going to be moments when you're going to need your leaders, bro. You're gonna need the guy, your senior players in there. You're gonna need them. If you look on the bench and none of your senior players are there, and then you only have 1 or 2 on the pitch, yeah, that's all nice. That's good. Yeah, but when his head is down, Virgil can't. You know what I mean? There's certain things that Robbo can, instill in him and give him, because Virgil don't play left back. Do you know what I mean? What's Virgil gonna tell him? He don't know. And then who else is there? No one else. Who else?
No, Owen Beck will be there, man. He'll be all right.
No, but that's like to be all right. I'm with you. I'll give you that one, but I still think you sell Tsimikas, even though I like Tsimikas, I'll sell him, keep Robbo, and I'll give him a year extension, right? So that's
the one you'll keep. You'll keep the Robbo over Simi.
Yeah, just because of just for the experience more than anything. I like Tsimikas. I've always tried to.
Yeah, because I would have went Kirk, Simi, and Beck.
And then so you give Robbo the year extension. Next season is where you look to move him on. Kirkes then has a year under his belt in the new team, playing with what we're doing. Cool, no problem. And then that's when you can bring in, if Beck is your guy that you want to bring in, Quasi, then that's when you bring him in. You shift Robbo on, and then you bring in Owen Beck as the understudy. I'm sure Owen Beck's probably the same age as Kirkes now. But yeah, then you got them two. Then you got 2 young fullbacks fighting it out. If that's what you want to do. Do you know what I mean? But for now, you can't have 2 young fullbacks fighting it out. We already have that on the right-hand side. You want to go into the season with 2, inexperienced to an extent, 2 right-backs, 2 left-backs. That's mad, bro. Still need the senior guy, bro. You're still going to need that senior done in the team.
Yeah, that's the concern I have. I mean, if the money's right, I'll probably say, okay, Robbo, thank you. But that's why I believe that this decision, it's up to Robbo. I think this decision is up to Robbo. Just like Diaz, the club will keep you if you want to stay. But if you want to go, I don't think they're going to pull a fuss about it.
No, but Diaz has already told us he wants to stay, but it's down to us to give him a good deal in the extension. He's openly told us, same as Kanate. They've openly said.
I'm going to jump off.
All right, man. Big up yourself. Thank you. Happy Father's Day, brother. Enjoy send my oxtail, man. No, you're right. But if big money comes for Diaz, Liverpool, let him go.
Yeah. I think if the money's right, you take it. But sometimes it's not always about the money, man. Sometimes you have to just see what you have and go, do you know what? There's nothing better out there available right now. So let's keep this. But
that's true.
Can't tell every fan how what they want. They see the money and they go, yo, let's grab it. But I'm just like, yo, the players that I think that could elevate us ain't available right now. So what are we gonna do? Save that money and hold it? I'd rather have the player.
Right. That's why I think that Diaz should not go. There's only two players that I'm looking at, Rodrigo and Nico. And they will need Gakpo tutelage. Right.
And he's young as well, Gakpo.
And he's young, exactly. He's also young. So that's the only time I would say, okay, if we have those guarantees, I will let it slide. Nico is because Nico and Diaz this year very close in numbers, but I think Diaz did much better than a little bit.
Diaz did way better in terms of numbers. Nico, I think with Nico, his performances are never really, and he has dips and ups and downs within but he gets like the odd goals and stuff like that. But it's more his performance within the game that helped his team, and then the rest of the guys will do whatever. But Diaz has come up trumps for us, man.
And I don't think Nico, in terms of stats, if you look for stats, he's going to disappoint you.
Yeah.
He's just a player he's just a player, right? He causes problems. He makes defenders worry. The final third to the stats doesn't match. It won't work. Rodrigo is because he reminds me more of Diaz. He's a maverick. He has the flair. He can disrupt low block teams, right? If you sit there and he's coming at you, he can dribble past you fairly easy. That's why I would choose Rodrigo. But the fact that we have Gakpo there who has that speed, the directness, that balances it out, right? So that's why I say if Diaz were to go, Nico and Rodrigo are my two options. Other than that, don't sell them wait till next year. After the World Cup, then make a decision. On the right side, I think it's going to be Frimpong and Salah.
A lot of players are going to play out their skin because they want to get in their World Cup team, though.
Facts.
That's where you get more value for your buck then.
You get him now before. If you could get him now, you get him now because they will play out of their skin. After World Cup, usually there's a dip. As a matter of fact, they tell you don't buy a player from the World Cup. You know, a la, what's his name? Diouf, and don't call me James Rodriguez, and don't type of players.
Yeah, but man, it's interesting one though, man. I can't wait to see what happens though.
No, I'm excited. I want to see what Slot team looks like, and the philosophy he's gonna bring. Because I don't think it's gonna be the same as what he just did. I think actually, I believe he stopped his philosophy when we lost to Forest. Because if you watch the preseason, that was his style. Like we saw it from the Betis game, right? And then the first 3 games that we won, everybody's like, oh, it's a little bit different than Klopp, right? It's slowed down, you see player movement. And then when we play Forest, it's like, whoa. We can
realize that, you can still lose by dominating the game. Yeah,
exactly. So he went back to what the players were more accustomed to. And then he kind of just tweak it here and there. And then between January and February, he got found out because the players started getting fatigued. Hence the PSG dropping points to Everton, Aston Villa, Newcastle, those type of things. But then he bounced back again, kind of like crawl across the line. And, after we won the league, everything else was just that didn't matter anymore. But quick question from your boy Honesty, and then we get out of here. He said, what if Rio just get in and cooks? Same for Ekitike. I think Rio is taking over Chiesa's position. But Ekitike, I don't know. That injury has held him back again. Because I felt like the manager wanted to see him in preseason and then make a decision.
As well. And then Trey's got in there as well. Trey is
going to get in there.
Man. Trey will get preseason as well. But yeah, I'm with you, the Ekitike one. I think I think this preseason is going to be telling. That's why I can't wait for it, bro. I love I know a lot of people like that.
I love preseason.
I love watching the preseason because I'm always looking for these little moments. That's when I predict what we do in the season. That's when I give you my prediction. Like, do I feel we can win it? Do I not? Because I always think, okay, all right, if we play like this, I can see the teams where we can cook in this way. And if we're defensively solid like this, I can say, okay, we can shut these teams out. That's always what I'm always looking for. But I think if Real gets on, I hope he does. He gets on that plane for the preseason. It's gonna be mental. Trey as well, and then obviously
Trey. I think, I agree.
Tetic, man, that hamstring injury that he's had to have the operation on him.
Yeah,
I was looking forward to seeing him, but he said, look, they said that he should be back in time for preseason. They're gonna work hard to get him back in time.
Okay.
I honestly believe, bro, if just serious now. I feel if he was fit, and I hope he's fit, I think he would have made it very difficult to make Liverpool do something in the market. And I know people don't probably rate him like that, but I can see for his age that the skill sets he currently has and what he can develop into. I don't think you need. You can obviously look elsewhere if you want to win now. And I'm not saying he can't help you win now.
Yeah,
but there's a player there, bro. There's a player that's there. But he needs the environment to go and show what he's about. And if he weren't injured, bro, that might have been a great little preseason to show the manager what he's about, especially in that holding midfield role. I think he could have done so well in there.
He could hold
on the ball. His passing range ain't too bad. Like he's not afraid to get stuck in. He can cover ground. He's for some reason this brother's become 6'5" now. I don't even. I'm sure he's 6 foot now, 6'1", but
he's gonna
cut up out of nowhere. And he's filled. He looks like he's filled out.
He's filled up now. He's a big boy. So, will you still play Konate if he doesn't sign a new contract? I say sell him, man. Maybe January. I'll wait till January.
Here's the problem. I don't think he's not gonna sign. I think he will sign. He wants to sign, but he just wants to be paid accordingly. I feel like at the moment the club doesn't. I know there's been in talks and stuff like that, but at the moment I think in the list of priorities, and I said last season, I think they want to get the players in and players out, and then they can focus because then it frees up money, right? For contracts and stuff. You start selling the players that was holding up certain deals and whatever. It frees up wages within the team, so then you can give Konate what he's asking for. But I want to keep him. I think Konate is one of the best centre backs in the world. So you look after those assets, man. But I see these Real Madrid links every minute about there. They're trying to tap him up at the moment, which is crazy, bro. It's winding me up because it is against the rules to tap up teams, but for some reason it doesn't exist for Real Madrid.
No. They find a way. They always find a way. But big up yourself. Thank you so much, man. And again, happy Father's Day.
Thank you, brother.
Do you have anything coming up this week? You want people to know?
I don't even know, I had a great streak going. I was on.
I know, I saw it. And then over time you took a break. I'm like, why is it
yesterday and today? What was I doing yesterday? I think I just needed a little break. Today's Father's Day, so I thought I'd give it a little break today. But I'll be back tomorrow. We'll start the streak again.
Okay,
we'll start the streak again. But I don't know. It's normally we do a bit of transfer news in the morning. We'll chop those up. So probably look out for a little transfer news update. We'll just chop up whatever for an hour tomorrow about lunchtime. So
Okay, Kirkers is the one that it seems like he's about to heat up real quick. His brother posted something on Twitter, and I feel him. Yeah, we are all tired. Get this deal done out of the way, man. This guy's been coming to Liverpool since last season. But big up to yourself, Fazzy, you too. Thank you so much for coming through. Big up to the community. Of course, go to Football with Ants. Subscribe. One of the hardest working men in these spaces. Big up to Zuberi for coming through and all you people who came in, especially the fathers. Happy Father's Day to all of you guys. Keep it up. Your job does not need recommendation, but sometimes we have to say it. You don't need a cookie, but it's not easy. So we will let y'all know you're doing a great job. So keep it up. Kwesi Bold out here. Ends, man. Peace.